idea for another time. Right now, it is time for some Final Fantasy XIV, and we are going to get to our fashion show. You know, we could say that there's like one season of fashion, and then take like a little bit off, and then come back for season 2 of fashion show. You know, it's a hell of a long season, let me tell you, because we have been doing this for like 4 years. It's wild. But time for some Final Fantasy XIV. We just finished up like a little dungeon kind of deal together. Where we fought a bunch of weird enemies, and there was a boss in here who was like fabric, who like wound us up and was like, oh no, whoa, 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 whoa. You need to control where you were going so you wouldn't go into the spikes. Season 1, A Realm Reborn to Endwalker. Season 2 is going to be like Dawn Trail to like Yoshi P sitting in my bedroom making fun of me or something. Fashion writers going on strike. It's guaranteed they're just striking in solidarity with other industries. Yeah. That can be why it's happening. Sure. Let's talk to little kitty cat mans. Void gates and fissures. That's right. Last time we played, Varshan was like, hey, what are you doing in my basement? I made this place. And we're like, oh, I'm so sorry. And he's like, I made a cool golden egg up there so that nobody would tap into this thing. You can't see it, and I can't see it because I'm looking at this cat man. There's like a big golden egg thing up there. Inside it is not a chocolatey, creamy surprise. Inside it is actually a void gate, which is kind of a chocolatey, creamy surprise when you think about it. That's where some void scent come from, I guess. It's like a fissure in time that goes to, I don't know, the 13th dimension or something. Yes, exactly. He was like, you're not gonna loot right, because imagine if you came here to loot my stuff. And then I was like, yeah, Sheila did it. And she was like, we'll talk later. So I'm in trouble with Yashola. But we are here for some treasure, maybe. But Graha is saying, void gates and fissures are meowch the same thing in practice, in the sense that both allow passage between the source and the 13th. Oh, it is from the 13th dimension. How about that? The difference in terminology refers to the circumstances of their creation. Yeah, definitely don't count the piles of gold in the other room. It's the same exact amount before I arrived as to now. And if there is any difference, it's just the natural atrophy over time. Or maybe they got sent to the 8th dimension where everything is gold. Yeah, maybe they went back to the 8th. Because that's where they're from. And they went on a magical journey to come here, and then they needed to go home. Because it's their home. Anywho, the difference in terminology refers to the circumstances of their creation. Meow. A fissure is an incidental tear in the fabric between worlds. It's also different, so if your doctor says you have fissures, you gotta pay attention to that. It's not a gateway between other worlds. It's not great for your body, okay? Don't be trying to explore fissures inside yourself. Those things, you gotta get that addressed. Whereas a void gate is a product of deliberate action. Suspect the latter, meow, judging by the elaborate meowcanism put in place to control it. To think that our search for the material riches would lead to this priceless discovery, meow. Yeah, a fissure in your body is like a gateway from a place that should have a substance in it to a place that shouldn't have a substance in it. You don't want fissures in the intestines anywhere. But sometimes it happens. Be careful. This whirling emptiness, it puts meow in the mind of old friends, not to mention old foes. Oh, friends. Oh, friends. The last time we dealt with a fissure to my memory, especially to the 13th, was when we had that little Nero side quest when Minfilia got abducted. You know. You don't eat fish, so you're okay, I'm sure. You'll never get fissures. Did we decide a location for show and tell? Not yet. Probably somewhere outside. I don't even think we've quite landed on my private island or whatever this is. So, it's as soon as I get out of this little dungeon area, fine. I can now enter as Alzadal's legacy with a party of NPC avatars. Fun. Okay, let me show you the little egg. That's the egg. It's like da-da-da-da, and he opened it up for us, and inside was a gate. Can you clear up a little confusion here? Yeah, go ahead. Why not? Our brother's grief. Yes, Shola is apprising the void gate with a scholarly eye. Pretty cool egg, right? What if he laid that himself? Please be voiced. Please be voiced. Please be voiced. Please be voiced. Thank you. I don't want to give Varshan a voice. It's looking kind of voiced.
I must admit, I am deathly curious to know how a void gate came to be hidden in the depths of these ruins.
The main request has nothing to do with my private island. I'm pissed. So pissed. I thought for sure I'd be landing on my private island to drink my, like, cocktails and put my feet in the sand and have the ocean lap at my ankles or whatever. Can't do that from now if I want. Yeah, but that's like extra stuff, isn't it? It doesn't follow a lot of tutorials. That's fun. I thought that's what this was about. I thought it was... I'm wearing my it's time to drink cocktails on the beach outfit. Now I feel like a fool. I didn't know it was like, oh, time to deal with a void set. I would have worn a different pair of pants, you know? I thought this was definitely island time. In fact, I put it in the title. And I think I put it in the going live and the tweet and everything. I was certain this is what it is. This is also an island. But it's not my private island, right? There's like other people here. You do have to do some of the main story quests to unlock the Alliance Raid series. So it's Alliance Raid? It's a lot. I thought it was a private island. Why are there like 18 other people on my island? Get them out of here.
You must first peer far to the south, and even further
Speak up,
into
Varshan.
memory.
Oh, this is just a place Emmett said I should visit someday. I thought it was a private island. Why would you want me to not go to private island? He's like, listen, you've been busting your ass. You should get a
5 millennia
cocktail.
passed when the Algan Empire sent an invading force to the shores of Merasidia.
Okay. Oh, if you want to find out stuff about the 12, the Alliance Raid series is good stuff too. That's right. That's right. The island is private, but it's a different thing. Damn it. I'm just gonna see other people here. Damn. Well, good thing you told me now, because if I got out, if I stepped a foot onto those sands and I saw literally anybody else, I'd be like, what the hell are you doing on my private island? Get this peasant away from here, you know? This is my island out in the Bahamas or whatever. I don't know. I don't know where islands are, honestly.
The southern people rallied around the commanding figures of Bahamut
The
and
Bahamats.
Tiamat and fought fiercely to repel the would-be conquerors.
I should probably figure out what he's saying right now. Yeah, what are you doing here? Get out. It's like, I live here. Not anymore. This is my place. I want it. Emmett told me to come here. Okay.
With
That's what
Bahamut's
Bahamut
defeat,
is?
however, the tide turned against them.
What is this?
Desperate to seize any advantage, the Mercidians resorted to summoning primal entities.
I have a bad feeling I'm gonna fight all these people, but also this person on the right looks amazing. The makeup's incredible. That's how I should do my eyebrows, honestly. This looks exactly like I'm gonna fight them in a raid. Look at that you know this is screenshots directly from some part of the video game. If not from 11, from this game. Because, like, look at this crunchy-ass leaf texture up here. There's, like, no pixels. Look how hard-baked this is. This is a screenshot from the video game. Hello, party. How's it going today? It is very much the Bahamats, indeed. Are these from Aziz's Law? Well, this reminds me a lot of the statue from Aziz's Law. I don't remember this guy, though, or that guy. I already fought these guys. This was a Heaven's Ward. They're optional. Aziz's Law, I think, has a statue of, like, this big lady and this smaller lady. So this is a side thing, I guess. Okay. So the Merasidians summoned these primals.
In response, Emperor Zande forged a covenant with the
Zande
Cloud
Made,
of
remember him?
Darkness, sovereign among the all-devouring denizens of the Void.
Now, was that Hermes also? Or was Hermes serving Zandy? Remind me, that's an eggplant question. The guy in the middle listens to Power Man 5000. Is that so? I mean, he is ripped. This would actually be probably very funny now since I'm like 3 expansions ahead narratively to go back. Yeah, that'll be fun. Hermes was working for Zandy. Okay. I see. Interesting. So we forged a covenant with the Cloud of Darkness, the folks from the 13th.
thus bolstered by icons on one
I
side
see.
and void scent on the other. The two armies clashed in a battle of unspeakable carnage. So much death, so much loss.
So primals versus void scent. Wow. Sounds like an episode of Animal Kaiser.
I consider myself well versed in that period of history, yet you speak as one who witnessed it happen.
Yes, he's an old. Were you not here, Graha? Did he miss the part that this is an old ass dragon? Maybe he wasn't here for that. He might have been like reading books and stuff. But yeah, man, he was here. Hermes, or Amon at that point, that's right, because he was the skeleton man, who didn't know about the herpes thing at that point, was working for Sandy, who died and came back to life, and was like, when you die, nothing matters. And then Amon was like, that's so hot, I'm gonna do war crimes. Right. I think I was too busy complaining. Anytime, that might have been during Endwalker when I knew who it was. Because before it, I was like, yo, skeletons, let's go! And then when it was revealed it was Hermes, I was like, I even had to hold myself back when we had Amon come back. I was like, yes, stunty skeleton. Oh, it's Hermes, never mind. So what? I had to beat the man's ass so many times. Ah, the fight song is direct one-to-one copy of that one Power Man 5000 song. How about that? That's interesting. And Sandy was the Emperor, voiced by Thancred. Okay. You can invite them if you like. The lady's really cool, but she's also mean and she abuses you with weighing scales. Interesting.
Indeed, I did. I heard Tiamat's roar of defiance and sped toward that war-torn land.
Damn, is that when Tiamat's husband kicked it? Nidhogg, him?
Along with my sibling, Ashdaya.
Oh, new dragons! You know, they love making up new folks for these patches. Patch content dragon! Non-binary sibling dragon, let's go! Love a non-binary, gender non-conforming dragon. Who needs gender when you're a big-ass dragon? Everyone's gagged, another
We
dragon!
dragons are not male or female as men are wont to classify, but elder sister is the closest a mortal tongue can come to describing what she meant.
Oh, I love that they're deliberately like... By the way, like... Who gives a crap when it comes? That makes everyone's comments about Xenos when he becomes a dragon having a baby make a lot more sense. Because the dragons are like, whatever, man.
I was the last of our brood to hatch, and Ashdaya cared for me when my
Marshall's
sire
a
could
baby.
not.
Beatrice the baby.
Thus, I was with her when Tiamat rode. I was with her when she journeyed south, and I was with her when she fought against the void-sent hordes.
Hold on. Dog's out of its mind, I swear to God. Stella is just alone in my parents' bedroom, laying on a bunch of pillows and barking. Sorry about that. I need to make sure she wasn't like barking at somebody or trying to fight somebody or whatever. But she's literally just like, why is no one up here hanging out with me and giving me treats? This is ridiculous. Okay. I ran all the way downstairs to realize that she was upstairs lying on pillows.
Yet no matter how many of their vile fiends we cast down, more rose from the abyss to take their place. Faced with an unwinnable war of attrition, Ashdaya risked her all on a final gamble.
The dragons are all about risking it all, aren't they? She's a princess hostage, and a loud one too, though. Somebody bring me Hot Pockets. She's like, now why didn't I get any pizza?
She plunged through the void gate itself to strike at the root of their strength.
Very Yonic gate, of course. Always gotta be.
I tried to follow in her wake, determined to lend what aid I could. But even as I came upon Alag's glittering tower, I saw the rift close behind her.
I'm worried that we're gonna go to the thing and she's gonna be corrupted by the energy, the vibe over there. What kind of pizza do we have? It's just regular pizza.
Has been
Cheese
lost to
pizza.
us ever since.
I'm sorry about your sister. We'll go find her.
I find I must retract my
Your sibling,
earlier
I should say,
claim of
probably.
historical knowledge.
Hi, Agresta.
Nowhere in the Crystal Tower's archives did I see mention of such noble sacrifice.
This must be, thank God he's here. He can nerd out about this.
That does not surprise me. To Allagan eyes, it must have seemed as if a lone dragon, driven to madness, simply dove through the gate and did not return.
It's kind of hard to think that the Alligans would be like, that's just a crazy dragon doing wacko dragon things, you know, like they're such sciencey folks that they wouldn't think like, I wonder why that dragon did that. It's not like she popped into Walgreens to pick up a stick of deodorant or something, you know.
For my part, I spent long years searching for the means to reunite with Ashdaya.
Hey, not to interrupt Varshan, should we close the egg that has the void scent gate in it? Maybe a little bit. Just like you can open it back up later, but close it now, probably.
Until I could search no more. Until Alag was dust. And the art to open a void gate large enough to accommodate a dragon forever lost.
Just a thought. Yeah, did you see that? Weird. Anyway, let's make the ugliest zone in this game. How many neon lights do you think we should put up on that? Oh, all of them? Great.
Yet
Let's
you
go
have
bankrupt
the
on
beginnings
these
of a
lights.
gate right here, under the control of a harnessed device.
It probably was the Hanish who helped him.
My
Hey, young
discovery
Billiam,
came
what's going
before
on?
Radzat was founded. Though I scoured the lands for a method to cross the rift, it was beneath the sea that I chanced to find a natural planar fissure. It was, however, far too narrow to admit a worm's bulk. Only after
Love
our
that.
city rose upon the rock, and I could enlist the aid of our talented alchemists, did matters take a favorable turn.
I'd super close that door, but you know, I don't know much about void gates,
Their
except for that sometimes
dedication
things
was
come
beyond
through them.
reproach. Tirelessly, they worked to expand the fissure, and after decades of toil, it finally grew to
Well?
a size that a child might pass
Did
through.
you pop in there, buddy?
Not long ago, you told us that you called out to your kin, that Ashdaya's answer was silence.
Hmm.
I suspect the conclusion to your tale is not a joyful one.
I mean, she could be locked behind another door.
With hope in my heart, I used a simulacrum to cross the threshold. But no, I did not find her.
I want to believe that even Varshan's body was too big, so he sounded like a baby in there. So a baby with the full knowledge and power of a dragon behind it, just crawling around there like goo goo gaga, where's my sister, you know?
What I found
'Cause who cares
was
what
a
size
host
it
of void
is?
scent, clamoring around the opening they
A
had
baby with a
sensed.
gun.
It was but a moment, but enough. I had no choice but to retreat and allow the portal to contract once more.
You know, when we like stepped into the 13th, it was kind of just like no structure. It was just sort of like a weird battle arena kind of place that doesn't exist in real life. It exists a lot in video games. I wonder if the, you know, we've been to the first and they had like cities and stuff. Do the Void Scent have like little jobs and civil offices and the bureaucracy and stuff like that. Yeah, just put a Lalafell in there. Why didn't he become a Lalafell? Get in there twice as fast.
The gate was a threat to your people. You had to decide between endangering Razathan and abandoning your sister. And you chose the latter.
I hope that we get to see more of this. I think it's either the 13th is like, I'm pretty sure they told us the 13th is a mess and it got blowed up from too much dark power in it. But they could tell me anything and then go back and be like, just kidding. Some of it's okay. Like, some of it's not blowed up. It's kind of the first situation where 90% of the planet's destroyed, but there's like 10% of folks holding out because Minfili was there, you know? You go to the Void Department of Motor Vehicles, which is indistinguishable from the regular DMV. Exactly. Just hell.
'Twas not that thy sibling scorned thy call. 'Twas that she was trapped beyond a barrier through which neither roar nor dragon may pass. Even now, in the desolate world of the 13th.
Well, we gotta get her back here.
I can scarce imagine your pain, yet it was wise not to linger in that place. Too long a sojourn, and even
She's
a being
probably
of your
warped,
power
but maybe we
risks
can, like,
being
fix
warped
her.
into a creature of the void.
Maybe some white RSA would help. I don't know. This stuff does everything. Or a dragon scale. Something like that, maybe. Get some dragon scale cornflakes and some milk, and we'll feed it to her, and she'll be better, I think, probably. I don't know. They can make up something to fix this.
You've seen this
The
phenomenon
pig
before,
army!
when we stepped into the darkness.
Pig army! Let me tell you. Army of them little pigs. Little D'Angelo's or whatever his name was. Let's get him out here. Blast that big cool dragon with pig power. Suck up all the evil. Better. I remember when 110% how Korea would phrase it. I remember when Nero turned purple that one time. Was that because he tried to hold his breath to impress a veterinarian? No, that was John Arbuckle. Never mind. I remember when Nero turned purple. The stupidest way to say it.
Turned purple? Well, yes. His wounds had allowed the void's corruption to enter his body and twist his ether.
Yeah, he was real purple, man. Let me tell you.
Had it been allowed to progress
Purple
much
hell.
longer, I presume he would have been fully transformed.
Then
Now, when
there is
something's
little hope for Ashdaya.
fully transformed, we haven't really been able to conquer that with the piggy power. But, you know, anything is possible in a video game when it is narratively satisfying, you know.
Ah, no. I hadn't meant to. I speak only of possibilities. The scales of the first brood are extraordinarily resistant to ethereal fluctuations. They are the protective talisman's core components, after all, and even the corruption I described would struggle to overcome. Of course. With the warding scale in one's possession, one could conceivably survive a stay in the 13th.
That's why
without
Private
being
Island,
warped by its
baby.
energies.
Private Island of the 13th, let's go. No one else is gonna hang out there. It's like getting a cool island next to a BP oil spill.
Be that as
You just
it
got a
may,
bunch of
it
fun
is too
ducks
late
you
to
can
rescue
scrub
my
with Dawn
sister.
dish soap.
5,000 years too late.
You think? I mean, what's 5,000 years, you know? If I learned anything from my Asian friends, 5,000 years is nothing. It's like half of nothing. I know, it's so
Now
funny he had
countless
to grab
others look
Sid's
to me
hand.
for guidance
Great.
and protection.
Well, we'll get in there. Just open up the hole a little bit bigger. Just sort of grab it, stretch it a little bit, and then I'm getting in there for sure. Put my body in some sort of, put my consciousness in some sort of automaton or something. You know, we're gonna go full earthbound. I'm a robot and I wear a baseball cap to signify that I'm Ness. You know. Or like a bow in my hair. This is the perfect crew for this, and I'm so glad Thankra's not here. I can't even begin to tell you how he would
When
bungle
I
this.
sensed intruders in the ruins, I came only to ensure that the gate remained closed. That, and to secure the treasure, of course.
So are you using the treasure for your people here? Because that's kind of what we were planning on doing anyway. You can liquidate some assets, probably. That's probably a hard conversation to have with the dragon,
I
though.
wish only to forget the rest.
It would be like asking the dragon. He's like, take all my scales, but do not take a single penny away from this Scrooge McDuck pile of money I like swimming in. Yeah, you're gonna use it for claims. Fair enough. When do I get out of here? This is gonna be the rest of my video game, isn't it? Where they're adding terms that I probably should know about by now to the codex. That's fine. So they managed to not only expand the fissure, but also manipulate it as one might a gate. Astonishing. Is there any chance I could learn more about how this feat was accomplished? Oh god, that accomplishes exactly what she's been trying to learn about, isn't it? I will tell you what I can. First, however, I must return to the High Crucible and arrange to replace the Guardians you so handily destroyed. It will not do to leave the gate undefended. Yeah. We did bust those guys up. I'm sorry about that. My apologies. Maybe we were a touch zealous in our rush to uncover the vault's secrets. If the constructs can be repaired, we'd be happy to offer our assistance. That will not be necessary, much as I retain spare vessels for myself. I keep duplicate guardians on hand for such eventualities. In any case, we shall return to Radz-at-Han. Let's change out my outfits. Can I change out my outfit here? It's just not the vibe. Oh god, my stuff is so busted, Jesus. I can shockingly change my outfit here. Okay, what's more like I gotta go fight the Void Scent? Well, if I'm gonna go to the Void Scent, I think I should blend it. Okay. This necklace, though, I gotta put on a different necklace. Hold on. Oh, wait. I'll have to do that later. Hold on. My armor durability is pretty bad, yeah. I know! I was sure this is the beach. And it's just like, sad story about my sibling dragon. I had the sunblock on my nose. I had big old sunglasses on. I was so ready. I was like cracking open coconuts and stuff. I showed up wasted already. And then everyone's like, okay, here's a very sad song. A very sad story about this poor dragon's missing sibling. Where can I repair my stuff? Is there a mender at, like, Yed Limonad? Oh, I gotta go to the High Crucible of Alchemia. Which sounds so much like alchemy. I think that's so fun. Alchemia. You would totally enjoy an island Saturday instead of main story quests. I think we should do it. I should get myself a little island business going. Alright, where is that mender? Oh, we should do fashion maybe. I can right click on you and request repairs? Really? Oh my god, my little dragon's in the way. God help me. Let's see. I don't see request repairs. You're at Palaka Stan, by the way. Where is that? Bold of you to assume I know where that is. What is Palaka Stan? They have to be in your party. Okay. Boom, party invite. Also, the guy is right there. Is he? Well, Twavo gets to do it for me. Request repair. Please help. My stuff is so hurt. Select all. Oh, what's my reward, eh? Oh my god, $2 whole. Let me get an adequate... What's an adequate reward for repairing my garbage? How much do they usually charge for this? Like 4K or something? No, no. Oh, 0. Okay. Gotta put something there. I don't think I have to. But 0? Okay. Player repaired stuff gets repaired over 100%, so it lasts longer. That's cool. Thank you, Twafo! I am in your debt. Now my stuff isn't super busted. Susie, welcome in. Hello, PokeJoel. Hello, Dan Least. Hello, Bashir on Twitch and Karmarim TV. How are y'all doing today? We're playing some Final Fantasy XIV. Actually, you're perfectly in time for the fashion show. Does everybody want to meet me by the Aetherites for fashion? Let's do some fashion. Hello, Black. Good to see you. And Susie, how are you doing today? Thank you for bringing your folks over. And also, Black, thank you so much for the resub, too. Can I interest you in some Whispers of the Ocean to celebrate your resub? Yeah, we're going to do our fashion show. Our theme this week is show and tell. So, folks are going to show off. Thank God you didn't come last week, because last week's... We won't talk about last week's theme. But this week's theme is show and tell. And folks are going to show off items that are important to their character or like their coolest thing that they have. Hello, Morphinius. Good to see you. Where did Twafo go? I looked down for 1 second. I was going to say, Black, it's time for you to engage in some total submersion, like this cool whale here. And it says, don't be afraid to totally immerse yourself in a project, interest, or goal. Give it 100% of your energy, and you will find what your life has been lacking. Here you go. So, do not be afraid. Maybe you're like, I've been wanting to make some music. And now you can really tap into that. Don't be afraid. Make some fun music. And you're currently working on a project. Don't be afraid to give it your all, you know. You'll love the captioning, by the way. The new tech is doing great things for accessibility, for sure. I find that, like, when I'm watching any YouTube video now, I have to have the captions on, especially if I'm doing something else, like doing my makeup or doing my hair or something. You're trying to find a screenshot earlier and you found one from last Christmas of Koa dressed as Santa, petting Twafo dressed as a reindeer. Perfect. That sounds adorable. You won't be able to show off your mount at Razat Hunt. Well, tell me where I should go. Where should I go? You said it's at a Palak stand? Where is that? Where might I find you? Also, Susie, what were you up to today? Let me get a shout out going for you. Let's see here. There we go. It's just outside of Fafnir. That's right, that card shop simulator. You're playing some trading card game card shop, and it was super fun. That's good. You still play Final Fantasy XIV, do you? You're in the post Shadowbringers content. Gotcha. We're post Endwalker right now, and I have to tell you, I'm so sorry. I thought for sure today we'd be going to a private island, but it turns out that is absolutely 100% not what we're doing. I was wrong. There's an Aetherite at Palakistan, so I can teleport there? Okay. So let's see. I should go... Adahan. Something like this. Maybe Ilsabard. There it is. Okay, we're going to Palakistan. I think you've ruined my entire weekend? How so? What do you mean? The music sounds very Zelda Breath of the Wild to you, Amy. It's so good to see you, by the way. Hope you're doing well. All right, where are you? There you are. Oh, well, there's Twafo running around. Oh my god, you've been captured by a Morbol. Help, help, help. Oh, you didn't ruin my weekend. It's the game's fault for not sending me to a private island. It has some amazing music, honestly. Here's the thing, I struggle to listen to music in video games because I'm so busy having a conversation with you all that I know what I'm thinking in my head. I am seeing what you all are saying, and I read your text in my voice in my head, so I have like no time to like listen to the music. But there are some tunes that really break out of that. They're so good here. Well, speaking of tunes, I'm gonna tell you it's time for the fashion intro, so hold on to your butts. Here we go. Alrighty, y'all. Welcome back. It is time for some Final Fantasy XIV fashion. Pretty much every Saturday we do a fashion show, and this week's theme is show and tell, which surprisingly I don't think we've done yet. So I asked folks to show off something that was either very important to their character or very difficult to get, very cool, you know. It doesn't even have to be difficult to get as long as it's like cool, you know. And we're going to start off left to right, and I think I see Pine rearranging themselves to be on the left, so we'll start out with Pine, who wanted to show off this really cool mount. And I also like this new glam for you. Let's get a look at the cool mount. You've got like a cool drone thing, but you can do some cool like firework-free drone shows. Have y'all been seeing those things? Those are really cool. No explosions, no smoke in the air, friendly for the environment, not going to kill a bunch of birds and bats, you know. Not going to scare dogs or veterans or anybody who's like sensitive to explosion sounds. So it's a cool motorcycle and hovercraft. Very cool. Hello, Tess. Good to see you. And let me get into this outfit. Oh, you despawned. Sorry about that. Let me put this outfit as close as the game will let me get. Okay. I think you despawn if I get too close to you if you're like on the motorcycle, weirdly enough. So tell me about like what your character. I love these little coins. That's fun. It's fun to have a little chainmail skirt, you know. You got a lot of coins on you. I like the boots. The boots are made for kicking butt. There's a lot of booty showing there. Wow. Very bold. Very bold. Love the necklace. I like the hair too. Interesting going with a little bit of braid action going. That mount costs 7.5 million gil. That's wild. That is wild. But I like this color palette for you. I think this is a lot of fun. Is this white and pink, or is this baby blue and pink, or is this gray and pink? I can't, unfortunately, since, you know, we always do, somehow, we always see the fashion show at night in the game. You were going to say booty too? There was booty there. The Viera pantalettes are almost as bad as the 2B leggings. Yeah, they love showing off the butt in this game. But they don't let you add a butt. There's no butt slider. When I say they love letting you show off the butt in this game, with 2 items. It's sky blue and metallic purple. Interesting. I can't wait to see it in the light pine. I love it, and I think it's a fabulous exploration of your character's color palette. And I like them out too. Very cool. You saw Wicked this afternoon, and it was really good, yeah? Did it leave off on a cliffhanger, Tess? I wonder about that. Alrighty, next up we have Alex. Alex, thank you so much for joining us for our fashion stuff. Did you bring something you'd like to tell us about for show and tell? Hi, my outfit is composed entirely pieces you can only get from doing the private island content. Damn it! Looks so cool, like you live on a private island all to yourself. Damn it. Which I wish I could do, but you look very island fresh and ready. I must ask about this leg thing, though. This looks like you hurt your leg and you have a little tourniquet. But I see this a lot when they do shorts. Is it because it'd be like kind of boring to do shorts all the way down? I've never seen somebody IRL with a little leg bandage on like that. But every like shorts in this game is like, oh, well, we gotta put a thing on the leg, you know. The fashion is how your friends got you to finally suffer through the island is to get the cool fashion. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff in it. I tell you, are the bangles and this layered necklace from that too? Look at that. That's fun. It's a little lock and a little key. Adorable. And these bangles are cool too. Yeah, those are pretty radical. Just a little detailing thing to give it a more visual interest. Totally get that. Because otherwise it would be kind of straight up and down, you know. You automated things halfway through it. You can automate this game. And the Wicked movie is only part 1. But did you feel satisfied with the ending? I hope so. You read the leg thing as a bandana. I typically see bandanas usually like on the head, but they can be other places, I suppose. You used a Discord robot to tell you what to make. That's fun. That's a cool addition. So you pop in once a week, you click a couple buttons, and you rake in the progress. Very nice. It's no Factorio. He says, playing Factorio. Hey, I'm glad you're popping around and playing different games, though, Mash. Well, I think you look fantastic. It looks very cool, and you are indeed showing and telling us something that's very difficult to get. Because I can't get it yet. Dang it. The book ending. What's this? The book ending. Is this about Wicked, Icy Rain? Very much so. It was good, and you cried a couple times. It was a really good start for part 1. Okay, fabulous. That's right. Wicked was a book, right? Then it was a musical. I don't know what it was first. Obviously, Wizard of Oz came first. Well, you're even more naked now, Pine? How did this happen? They should honestly add in jingling sounds. It's kind of ridiculous that you don't jingle all the time. Yuri on Jay and you should be the jingle jangliest folks. The book ending of the book, Wicked. You didn't like that, Icy Rain? You gotta oh well, then read book 2. If that was such a cliffhanger, that's how they get ya. Next up is Naja. Naja, do you have something to show off here for show and tell? You look spectacular and usual. See, everyone looks so cool and fun and summery and beachy, and here I am. Well, I'm wearing like I gotta fight some Void Scent now outfit. Clive shirt. This mount. Is this a card? Is that what that is? Is it a Yu-Gi-Oh card? Is that what it is? Do you have to like beat a bunch of triple triad to get this one? It's a pretty cool card. Oh, also, you have your like fish gloves, which are cool. You have to collect triple triad cards 1 through 312 for this mount. I always thought this was a magic carpet, and I was like, damn, that's a starched carpet right there. Never seen a carpet with a metal border, but it being a card makes a lot more sense. You worked super hard for it, I bet. That's awesome, Naja. It's toast with butter on it, a little bit of jam, right? You're more clothed and in your rejected Final Fantasy X Aeon outfit now. Oh yeah, that's right. You do look very cool, very Shiva-esque. Some of your friends went a little loopy getting that card mount, huh? Alternatively, is this your show and tell? You thought you'd bring Olympus here today? Oh, and this too, yeah. You're the little testing robot from the alpha stuff. How do you get this? Are you all turned into robots? Oh my god. Alex, the way you're just sort of laying down in a sultry manner is really good. By the way, folks, if you were hanging out from Susie's raid, I want to say thank you so much for sticking this long. I appreciate it, especially watching us dress up and stuff. I don't know if that's your thing, but thank you for sticking around. If you have to, like, if you didn't get up and go pee or get something to eat or, like, get to bed while Susie was streaming, especially, like, if you're Susie, if you didn't do all those things, now is a great time to get up and use the bathroom and eat and all that stuff. You have to camp the Chi Fate for hours or maybe even just 5 minutes. I think it's even worse to get nowadays since folks aren't watching the Chi thing 24/7 yet. You have to become the person who does it. You know, you have to be the Chi in 5 minutes guy. You have to do pretty much everything in order to get those cards and also lock behind stuff like high-end content and deep side quests and allied societies. Oh my lord, yeah, that sounds like a rough time. Ay, ay, ay. And then this you'd have to do with Chi, so. Well, fascinating mounts, Naja. I never thought of, like, since you have that card mount so often, and also I have seen some folks using this one, I keep thinking, like, well, that's just something eventually I'll get someday. Because Naja's got it, so it must be a critical Final Fantasy XIV experience. I've come to find out that it's extremely hard to get, and I certainly won't be getting that flying card myself. Ain't no way I'm doing all that. Absolutely not. Yeah, I'm betting. That's like hard work. That's not just like getting a pig mount. Everyone's got the pig mount. The flying pig. I can't even imagine. You gotta play the whole damn game for it? The whole game? I unfortunately have other stuff to do aside from playing the whole game, but the mount also plays triple triad music as if you hadn't heard it enough. That's really funny, honestly. Alrighty, now, Twafo, you're up next. Thank you so much, Naja, for sharing your incredible mounts with us. I'd love to see it, and also finally hear the story about it. You leveled up Blue Mage to get it? Oh, the suffering you have been through. Oh, yeah! Is this the booty cat? Is this the booty cat, Twafo? I think this is a great outfit. Tell us about your show and tell today. What do you got for show and tell? Is this that cat that shakes its butt? I have this ugly necklace and this cat. Yeah, so you have like an... What do they call, like, Arimons? Those, like, eyeball boys that are really gross and scary. So that necklace is, like, pretty hard to get. Oh, they're from contests. Interesting. And the cat has butt physics. It's also waggling its little wings, which is very cute. I feel like they should have given the cat slightly either more or less realistic eyes. Right now it's at a point where it's like you drew over leather with a Sharpie hoping to cover the facts that there were scratches in your leather, you know. I'm sorry for sneezing on you all. I'm terribly sorry. But tell me about this contest that you had to do this thing for. The necklace is from a contest in 2014 where people had to make advertisement videos with their free company. Oh, for their free company. That's wild. Oh my god. That's wild. Thanks to the blessings as well. The hat is from a screenshot thing last year. That is so cool. I love that. I do love the cat too. What a fun hat, honestly. And this is a very cohesive outfit, Twafo. Oh, we're getting to see the butt action, which is great. So if Twafo shakes their head, no. Yeah, there's butt action on the cat. So silly. What a strange thing. And why did they do that, you wonder? Why did they give this cat butt action? We don't know. But I like how cohesive this outfit is because you have the black from your hair. You've got the green from the little cat's cape and wings, which is echoed with the kind of like egg ornaments on your outfit. And then the gold from the Artemon necklace is echoed through the gold trim on the outfit. So I think this is a really cool way to show off some like really neat stuff. Yeah, Naja, just shaking it. Just shaking it. So, I love this. I guess they added the butt action because why not? It is a fun thing and a cool reward, I'd have to say. So, now why would you want to log off? We also have some more fun mounts over here, I think. Why would you want to log off and hide? And not show off your outfit if no one else was joining the thing? And what about the Morble mount? Is that challenging to get? Because I know that Cactuar is hard to get. I don't know about that little dog camel dragon thing. And this is like from Final Fantasy 15 or something, which if I say that loud enough, it'll summon Snake to the stream. The idea of being the only person doing fashion, but I always appreciate your outfits. I think they always look spectacular. You put a lot of thought into it, Twafo, and you're always doing something that's like, you take the prompt and turn it in an interesting way. So I'm like, yes, that's great. This cactus is everything it for sure is. It's just expensive. It is not hard to get. Okay. I feel like I'm in this car. The dog camel dragon requires you to get every fighting job besides blue mage, thank god, to level 80. You get a little feather for doing it to level 90. Okay. Very cool. You don't have the feather because it's honestly like whatever, but the mount is pretty good. Okay. Yeah, this cactus is so great, right? The big surly cactus with the cactus out. I still think the cactus maybe should wear pants. Like a skirt or something maybe, I don't know. Why did they design it so it was just like, it's just, I think they didn't need to add that crease there. I don't know, Final Fantasy 14. I don't know. There's some folks at Final Fantasy 14 that wanted that. The labia are out. Exactly. Thank you for adding the word labia to the permitted terms for Automod. The labia majora are absolutely out. If it counts. Well, don't let this camel near that. It'll go crunch, crunch on it. You better watch out. The Morble's a bit of an ordeal to get. You lost a static member during it, like they passed? I'm so sorry to hear that, Twafo. Did you get through it? Okay. This is quite the couple, too, by the way. I would say this is like... These are two girlfriends with two different auras, you know. The working out girlfriend and the Eldritch Abomination girlfriend. Oh! To us, they are dead. So they didn't die. They're no longer a part of your lives anymore. Okay, they might as well be dead. They said replace me in your static Discord at 3 a.m. and blocked you all. Whoa, drama. Drama. That's wild. At 3 a.m. and blocked you all. What a move. That's honestly, that's wild. You're the working out girlfriend and you're looking for your Elder Tar girlfriend, right? Don't they look so cute together? This is so great. And also they're both plants, right? They have so much in common. I love all these mounts. Oh yeah, we got more showing off mounts. Okay. Yeah, there's that weird ass rat thing. The rat with the extremely human hands. Got these human ass hands on this rat and these wet feet. So wild. And apparently the actual mount is this ball that's dancing around and not the rat. But the ball's a parasite or something. Yeah. You love 14 static drama? It's wild, right? This mouse is big ass like Pokemon over here wearing a king's crown. So wild. And then this feels like 10 coded to me. I don't know. Like Final Fantasy 10. An odd stallion, I must say. And then that thing, that weird. Why did they make a turtle but digital? A Daft Punk turtle. I don't get it. Your Robo Horse is a PvP mount, but you forgot the specifics of how to get it. Yeah. You need to do a branch dungeon 20 times to get this mount. You plan on doing the same for 2 other dungeons despite your better judgment, as there are emotes locked behind the other. Oh my god. They should be some good emotes, huh? It's a long story. You'll get there one way. Oh, to this digital turtle? Yeah, I'm sure. Maybe we'll go to the 15th dimension where everything is robots, you know. Everything is dead because the corruption got it, and now we gotta make it robots to bring it back. Whoever's a pretty bunny character, this is Pinecone's avatar. Isn't that cool? Pretty cool, right? I love this little... Is this see-through? Yeah, it's see-through. Very gauzy. Very pretty. Yeah, everyone's got cool-looking characters, honestly. You know, I was thinking about fashion themes. We might want to take a little break because, like, we've been doing fashion nonstop for, like, 3 or 4 years or something. I feel like this mouse's belly would be so soft if it could hug you with its gross hands. Yeah, it's probably, like, 3 inches deep of fur. But is it dusty? I wonder. It's got a kind little face, though, doesn't it? You know, Tiny, if you grow big and strong, you can become that weird little rat someday. I believe in you, Tiny. Just eat enough crystals and you'll get there. So I was like thinking, could we do drag? Like, could the characters sort of dress in either like a gender non-conforming way or like sort of opposite of your character's gender? I was thinking something like that, but if we want to take a little break of fashion theme ideas, that's fine too. Yeah, just keep crunching on crystals, you'll get there. Thank God. I mean, I did try to eat one of my mom's necklaces once, but to be fair, it definitely looks like a bunch of jelly beans. But thank goodness I didn't try to eat her wonderful crystal collection. Excuse me, is this Magresta? What in the what? Oh, is this something from like Yokai Watch? What is this? The tongue is a little absurd and indecent, I have to say. Can I please dismiss my monster, my little dragon? He's in the way. Hello, Manny, good to see you. Who says, rugged like Rwanda, don't wander far or get chopped up. Quick to rush the spot like baby urine gets mopped up. Tags that spray your hall with rap aerosol. Organized graffiti lectures in can control. Or level with the devil, racing uptown first to Fort Apache. I'm much too much for any demon style to master me. I love the Akechi emote there, too. I feel like that's an interesting stamp to put on the end of it. The tongue is definitely a little saucy. I worry. Now, some folks engage in something we like to call educational roleplay in this. Where for, I'm sure, a fee of a few simoleons or gil or whatever, you too can have some very exciting adult adventures in a video game. I would wonder if this thing would factor into that, you know? You're down to do more fashion, but maybe like easier themes? Yeah. Something a little easier than dressing in your equivalent of drag seems compared to, yeah, the show your feet. Yeah, do you think the drag is a little easier at least? Like, just like, kind of butch it up, you know? Or femme it up. I'm not saying that you engage in that kind of stuff, Aggressive, but I'm saying your mount absolutely does. That's the red light district thing right there. Legally Blonde would be so much fun. I do recall a time where Alex put on the bunny suit from Legally Blonde because I was like, it's Halloween, everybody get fun costumes. So But if you think drag might be difficult, we can just do like color-based stuff or like. What? This is wild. Tell me how you get this, Magresta. How do you get that wild mount? Also, did you change up your hair a little bit? Are you going for a different cut? I think this is a bit of a different cut. You got it from some dungeon? I don't know. Dungeon. Well, I think this is a slightly different cut on you. I like the white creeping into the black there. That's true. Yeah, that's true. Job class stuff. We could do like, does Blue Mage have fun fashion? Because we want to do a Blue Mage sumo wrestling tournament, but again, that might be a lot. But yeah, whatever y'all want to do for the next theme, that's cool. You struggle to pick a haircut in this game because they're all awful. Yeah, I think you just have to like go with something. I do like this shortcut. I think shortcuts really look good on your character, and I think you rock the kind of tousled look as well pretty well. My haircut's fire. I never get to see your hair because you're always wearing a hat. Can I see it? Can't believe you have your son out with you too. The boy is here. Doff that cap. There we go. Oh, that is very cute. I love it. You can't go wrong with a side part, you know. Check it from the back. Yeah, that's a nice part. I like that. But I think there's like, proportionally, it might be easier to make. Your hair looks very voluminous despite it being like a shorter cut, you know. That perhaps if I was wearing that cut, I would look like I was wearing a child's wig. You know. That's why I gotta go with the bob. The severe and stunty bob, you know. Alrighty, y'all. Thank you for doing your show and tell. It makes me very happy, honestly, to see all this stuff. I think I have to go learn about sad dragon stuff now. Very sad dragon stories. Unless, do you want to show up your... I do love the purple highlights on you, though, Magresta. This is very cool. I will bid you all adieu for now. Thank you for coming out for fashion. Yeah, GG's everybody. Y'all did great. Excellent show and tell today, I must say. And I will leave you now to go talk to Varshan the dragon, who was inhabiting a little mechanical boy. Freeform turkey cosplay? Unless everyone wants to take a break. That's what I was thinking, Manny, is like, do folks want to take a break? You know, we did something after Christmas that was like holidays or like holiday hangover or something. It's just like, you're tired of the holidays and here's how everybody feels about it. So like, wear the outfit you would wear. Again, that's, I feel like I do some conceptual stuff that might be, it require a lot of thought or something. Do you think turkey competition? Do you think turkey competition would work out? The one thing I worry about is I feel like some of the clothing pieces from this game, like, I feel like they kind of pick and choose at a buffet table of different cultures across the world, you know? And I'd worry that somebody would come wearing something Native American inspired, which I feel like would be not great. You know, there's definitely some questionable... I think there's literally a war bonnet in this game. The outfit, yeah. So, like... No one of this committee would do that, and they certainly wouldn't do it on purpose. Yeah. Wednesday from the Thanksgiving pageant? Oh, God. I don't know my Addams Family lore, but I can pretty much imagine what that would be. Your favorite fit for post-extended family verbal combat session. Oh, yeah, an outfit you want to argue with your uncle with. Like, the outfit you put on to go argue with your uncle over the stuffing. That was your claim idea. You're just going to come straight up in the warp on it. Oh, my lord. I know you wouldn't do it, Swappo. I promise we will discuss the Void Gate further, but first I must attend to the matter of the Vault Sentinels. Back to the story, I suppose. I do love this teal color, and it makes me so mad. I couldn't believe this, but in this eye palette, which I do all of my colorful eye looks with, there's no teal. There's no teal at all. It's either green or blue. There's no like green blue, and it makes me upset. I want that color. That teal. That Varshan is wearing. That's what I want to put on my eyeballs. And I feel like it's such a classic, iconic look. Combine them. I have to say that it's not... That is not always how eyeshadow works. Unfortunately. They make her do a Thanksgiving play, and she organized the other kids against the pilgrims and burns the place down. Gotcha. Yeah. Different vibe. Definitely a different vibe. I think we could do, you know, something along the lines of what Manny was saying. Or we can just do drag and be as masked as your feminine character can look, or as femme as your masculine character can look. One blue line, one green line, one blue. Okay, let me show you what that would look like. Wait, are you saying like make it striped or like on top of each other? So yeah, this is a lot of fallout. So I always powder first before I do my makeup. Okay. Little pixels. Just draw a bunch of pixels. So the thing about it is there's always going to be one spot that's got more of one color and one spot that's got more of the other color on it. It's going to look bruisey when I find that when I combine colors, they often more so look bruisey. If they're, you know, not of the same shade family. Because I know this is going to transfer. Well, there's only so much of a color that wants to stick to your skin, and the rest kind of just comes over time. Stripes, though, is not what I want. I want that. And I know there's singles of that. Maybe I'll just get that instead. As your instruments no doubt informed you, the Capiculu has been reduced to so much scrap. Please bring a new one out of storage and see that it's conveyed to its post along with a few other lesser constructs. Was it tomb robbers, fiends born of the Tower of Zot? By the sisters, do not tell me this is that a blasphemy yet roams free. No, that was us, sorry. Feel like I want to change the hat too. The hat was so that I could go fight Zodiark. Let's change the hat. Sorry guys, we beat up your sentinel. Oh my god, look at Grandpa looking so meek. So funny. Estinian looks like he's about to try to steal something. Why such guilty faces? Surely it isn't you who's responsible for... Oh. Well, the details aren't important. I shall see it done immediately. You know about a cool hat with some burning elements? That does look cool too. It has a similar shape to this. Hey, we didn't steal anything. We only broke things. We were gonna steal something, but we only broke stuff, so I think we deserve some applause for that. And with that, the vault will soon be secure once more. Now, I believe you had questions. Quite a few, in fact, but I'd like to begin with the gate itself. It's still functional, yes? Indeed, which is why I saw it sealed with an alchemically forged lock and warded it with my magics. Such power must not fall into the wrong hands. In truth, the primary reason for the vault's construction was to keep the gate hidden from the outside world. I like this dude just doing alchemy in the back. That's fun. He's like, I need to mix up a new hair dye. Purple just doesn't suit me right. What if I did purple and yellow at the same time? I know it's in our culture. It's considered a career to rob ancient dead people. So much effort for such a little door. That little door you speak of leads to the abyss teeming with unspeakable horrors. That said, in its current state, it would admit only the lowliest to the void sent, and from this side, no man would be able to pass through. Okay, but we could have a swarm of very evil, angry, void sent bees. Insects! Imagine if it's just like Final Fantasy XIV never had mosquitoes until the void sent mosquitoes came through. And then they're just like, ah, damn mosquitoes. And it's like, it's void sent the whole time. You never know. I think mosquitoes could be void sent. No, man. I think Alphino would fit, given a firm enough push. Physical size is only one consideration. The true restriction hinges upon the etheric density of the soul in transit. Oh, me! I'm so thin when it comes to aether, let me tell you. Yeah, I gotta use this lead to make tummy meds? Ugh. Terrible idea. And yet you succeed in expanding this diminutive portal and sending a simulacrum to the 13th. Thanks to my brilliant alchemists, I should have been destroyed by the anomaly when I found it, but instead, I bade them devise a means to control it. After much experimentation, they accomplished the impossible. A method was conceived by which magics could manipulate the fissure and transform it to a serviceable gate. The process has long since been forgotten. Once I had given up searching for Azdaya, there was no need to preserve such esoteric and dangerous knowledge. Thus, the gate has lain dormant for years uncounted. You have a food question! Y'all think that Brussels sprouts would be a good veg in Thai yellow curry? I feel like somebody here is all about Thai yellow curry. I can't remember who it was, but they're all about Thai yellow curry, so it might be Pine Cone. I think Pine might be a big fan of the yellow curry. Brussels sprouts have a very forward funk to them, so if you think that funk would either get diminished or complemented by the flavor of yellow curry, which I don't think I know as well, if you think that that funk would complement it or at least be masked by it, yeah. You enjoy it? Brussels sprouts? Why not? Though personally you're not a fan. Okay. Our own passage to the 13th was meowed, relatively simple thanks to the Crystal Tower. An ancient meowcanism channeled the tower's vast stores of energy to open a void gate, one bound to a covenant made with a cloud of darkness. Meow. Once that sovereign energy was beaten back, however, the covenant was broken, the doorway was severed from its connection to the world. Meow. Theoretically, it should be possible to reconnect the gate by forging a new pact with another void sent. Meow. But such deals usually end in betrayal and death. Ooh, do we know anybody on the void sent side? We can hang out with somebody on the void sent side. In any case, we should attempt to gain an understanding of the bounty gate. Mayhap you could resume search for your sister. As I have already explained, I put those futile hopes to rest many centuries ago. My place and my duty is here now. Oh, I had meant to ask, what prompted you to search for the vault in the first place? It was his. I'm gonna blame him. I want to see. It was his idea. Is he gonna give me the turn? As I recall, it was you who's chasing Tails Undersea ruins. Well, as you have seen, the fabulous wealth in the stores is quite real, if not its rumored origin. But I'm afraid I must assert a prior claim. I've been adding to that trove for years, little by little, but the time has come to spend it, that I might alleviate my people's suffering. Then we're of one mind. We had no intention of taking it for ourselves. That would be such a funny move if the Warrior Light and their gang was like, done saving the world, time to rob everybody. I saved the world just to rob everybody. It would be a wild turn, you know. Also, you know, I haven't been looking at the Twitch thing to see when the ads are rolling. Oh, they're coming up in about 6 minutes. Okay. Isn't that right, my friend? You're hoping to put Brussels sprouts in a green curry, but your store was out. Oh, so your store was out of Brussels sprouts? Interesting. Don't hurt you guys so much you guys totally will break up. Your Excellency, would you have checked if I were to conduct a closer examination of the gate? I'll make no attempt to open it, of course. I would do, and yours a debt that can never be repaid. Whatever boon you would ask of me, you shall have it. Oh, they were out of green curry, so you got the yellow one. Gotcha. I would love to know the difference between the two, honestly. Are you saying you can have this? Do you remember that I saved the world and you and everybody owe me your lives? Yeah, she doesn't like roll up to people's house and be like, so what are we having for dinner? Because I saved the world and everything, so I'm hungry. What are you having for dinner? Because of beef stew, I'd like it. Thank you. A big bowl, please. Lots of meat in it. You're most gracious. I shall take full advantage of your permission. Would that I could join thee in thy study, but the Lockwards will be anxious to receive my reward. I beg my leave. I gotta go do cat business. I gotta go tossle around in my litter box or something like that, so goodbye for now. They better not shift in Thancred. I don't want to see him in this quest line, please. We can discuss my findings once I return. You'll not be rid of me so easily. I thought advice. He's a kitty cat man. He's got to do kitty cat things. He once mistook a letter opener for salmon, so I think he's got kitty cat things on the mind. You just finished punching God in the face. Hell yeah, Manny. You know that on a Saturday night, I've got sweaty chicken tenders in the oven. You better believe. I got a ball of yarn to chase. Meow. You can now undertake the chronicles of the new Era quest series, Myths of the Realm. Speak with the fresh-faced student at the Baldesian Annex to accept the first quest. Is that what I should do right now? Go to the Baldesian Annex? Is that what Kitty Cat Man is doing? I don't know what I'm doing.
The difficult part in all this will be deciding how best to put these riches to use.
That's a 24-person thing. We don't have enough people for that for sure.
You lend me your assistance in these deliberations.
Yeah, I'm sorry I busted up all your toys.
Then think of your employment as recompense. Serve me as guest advisors, and I will consider the Vulcan constructs paid for in full.
You think we can... You think... Is it fun though, Alex? Does anybody want to do that 24 Alliance raid thing? Remember that I don't know how to do these anymore.
Kriya and I are in this together. I'll follow her example.
But I gotta change my mask. Maybe I can see that here. Oh wait, I have to see that the glam place. It's like the Nier stuff. Or the Crystal Tower. Right. Which I haven't done since we did Nier, which was like a year ago, it feels like. Oh my god, meanwhile, elsewhere. Ooh, Void Send. Are they still doing those like Final Fantasy 14? Sorry, Kingdom Hearts chairs and stuff? Okay, a big chair. Oh yeah, is this where Xenos is? Is he Void Sent now? That's hilarious. I hope to God he is. Is he like King of the Void Sent? That's gotta be Xenos. I can hear his dummy thick butt clapping together. Why are they hiding the face? It's either him or it's Gaius, which I don't care about. He's got a hefty walk, so... Okay, he's unsealing all these things. That's definitely him. They're just trying to hide his ass so I don't look at it. Twirling, swirling. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Having a big seat. I just love Xeno so much. I think he's a funny man. Throne Earth.
I sensed a breaching of the gate, but it was not instigated from the side. It was thrown open from the other.
Okay.
I too felt it a rare occurrence, yes. With such a tiny portal is beneath our notice. There are more pressing matters at hand.
Okay, so literally 4 elements are governing the chaos that is the 13th dimension. Yeah, put that cake right on that chair, right?
An opportunity is upon us, the coming of which we have waited for nigh on 10,000 years. Let it not slip our grasp.
That's what I think fire sounds like.
Yet we must not underestimate she who bested the cloud of darkness. Even restrained by a covenant, the cloud was no feeble wisp to be dispersed by some flesh and blood mortal.
Did I see that? Did I disperse the cloud of darkness? Was that back in the Nero time when he went into the darkness too that one time and turned purple? Is that? They should add it to my book so I can read it. Also, 30 seconds till the ad break starts, folks. So if you're not subscribed and you don't have Twitch shirt, but I might be seeing it ad. Okay, that was the thing. So I did that. Okay. I forgot. Min Philly was crucified. That was more of a thing. Oh god, this is a bad idea. This is a bad idea. I wanted... Okay. Please let this character not talk a lot, okay? I wanted to do it while drinking the water, but I don't have a big mouth, so it's gotta be... Let her come all around the world to watch this fleshling growth in their final moments. It's a bad thing to do when you have lip gloss on. Thanks for reminding me to drink some water, T12. The Knight in Black.
Your zeal is admirable. Let us not forget our cause.
Now we get to pick a voice for this person, right? So it's this one. No, no! I hope to God I never have to hear from the Throne of Water again.
Think back to our struggles beneath the sunless sky. Remember why we cede not our will to fight.
This is what they sound like now. I have a feeling it's not Xenos.
'Tis time we set the war in motion and redeem and win redemption for our star.
I always have the worst, like, instinct when it comes to picking a voice for somebody. And then it's just like, oh no, they're a girl from Hot Topic and now they sound like that. But I gotta commit to it, so. I can't back out of it now. What's all this then? Psychon Bavarois? Sly Psychon floats atop a fluffy bed of chilled gelatin. What is Psychon? Psychon compote. They're boiled in sugar water to create a sweet bite-sized treat. Giant potato pancakes. I was reading in a magazine while my mom was getting her hair done. I was reading like a magazine that was talking about mochi potato latkes. I thought that was interesting. The Bavarois jump scare. Enjoy. Psychon D's nut. Okay, thanks, Alex. And what's this, Manny? What the hell am I looking at here? I am doing a chaos check-in showing support for another. I need 6 jacks to post, not share this message to show. You are always there to kill chaos if someone needs it. Let's go, gentlemen. Okay. That's very silly. You farmed so many Psychons way back when. They have rotted a part of your brain that you thought long healed. Yeah, I guess that it never leaves you, huh?
Shall we begin? If we were to spend the treasure wisely, we must first determine what groups would benefit most from the monetary assistance. Some of my citizens may find it intimidating to speak with Sajat directly, so I'd ask that you act in my stead. Also, I gotta reapply my with the boss.
Because I did a Porky Pig thing. Sure, I'll go ask your folks what's going on.
Pray to visit Akyali and Yedlimad. Speak with Matsia and his people and listen to their grievances. Esteeming Abbot, you do the same at Balaka Stand. I'll be conducting my own inquiries at the Giant Skull grounds.
What would you compare Psychons to? Are they a fruit? Are they like figs or something?
Once you believe you've ascertained the needs of the population, we can reconvene at Megaduda.
Okay. Also, that thing that I just unlocked, the raid thing, is that something you all want to do? And would we do it now? Or is that a thing that's like, get around to it eventually when you run out of stuff to do? So this is halfway. We get one on. Do I want to do it? I don't know what's in it. I know nothing about it other than it is available. So, do you want to go hang out with Grandpa for a little bit? So that's what he's up to. I don't know if I want to see him in a litter box, but let me ride my pig around. Wait! Do they have an inn here? Do y'all have an inn here? I got to know. Did they have an inn in this place? Because I'd like to change my mask. I want to see my beautiful hair. You're in the mech camp? Big met on this one. Skip it then. No in here. Damn it. Should have gone to the major city. It's good lore, but it's not urgent. Okay. I'll do it later. Maybe. 12-0, I think, said there was like one pretty good raid, one pretty good fight in there. Which is a lot to do with one pretty good fight. Also, just check in with y'all. I have been thinking about Rise of the Golden Idol all day today. It must be known. Talking about it, thinking about it, talking to my folks about it, talking about how much we want to play it. That's where I'm at. You enjoyed it all, to be honest. It's good fun, and the music was good too. How about that? Alright, are you ready for another character whose voice I regret giving them?
Oh, Kriya, I'm so glad that you returned unharmed. You finished with the boat then?
Yeah, I did finish the boat, Matsuya.
Anything the village desperately needs? Well, I suppose the Kazal's loss hit us the hardest.
That's right, he did. That one nice guy did turn into a big monster.
I've been trying to find buyers for my fish, although I sell a few here and there. It's much more difficult than it was before. Everyone's still struggling to rebuild their lives. For now, we're just banding together as best as we can.
Thanks, Matsuya. I appreciate you, buddy. I regret giving you that voice every time I talk to you, because it just does not fit, does it? Over this way. Really skimming the bottoms here. You smell fish? Yeah, Matsuya's selling. If you want some fish, Matsuya's got you covered. Damn. Oh, that person's doing striking dumbing stuff. Okay. I was like, that NPC is kitted out. That's wild. Alrighty. Should be looking right at... Ah, the junk monger, of course, who sold like a $10,000 headband to our, one of our compadres. You gotta get ready to go in a few minutes, but you want to see a new emote? Yes, I do. Let me finish this junk monger's dialogue. Greetings and welcome, traveler. If this is your first visit to the Havnir, then you must try my special Amra Lassi. Its refreshing zest cannot be beat. I want a mango lassi so bad. What could such a wonder cost? You wonder. Normally, I part with 3 bottles for a generous price of 19,800 gil, but for you, I'm willing to go as low as 10,000. You'd be practically stealing from me. I am not Estinian. You're not gonna scam me this time. Estinian, who is... Oh! You're the one with that spear-toting fellow. Well, you can hardly blame a man for trying. Didn't we tell him to straighten up and stop scamming people who come to this little village? Like the first time? The world may no longer be on fire, but we're still sifting through the ashes, so to speak. Sister, spare me. We might as well have that ugly tower back for the scant few travelers we see these days. I myself barely have the coin to buy at local prices. I tell you, if I didn't charge the odd adventurer a small fortune for afternoon tea, I'd be scavenging for scraps in the street. Let's see. Alright, let me see that. Alex, where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Ah, is this your new emote? I love that you're watering stuff in the rain. In heels, too. This is a great outfit for watering. You don't know if somebody showed this off last week, but you know the plants are thirsty. Yeah, the plants are very thirsty right now. You should water your cat if you can. I always water my cat in Stardew Valley. And thanks, Rafa. I was thirsty as well. Very important to be hydrated for sure. This is a great emo, Alex. I appreciate you showing it off. Yeah, I think I had a few folks come by and water me while I was waiting for a dungeon. I was waiting for folks to queue up. I think Snake and Magrusta were both watering me. So this is new, huh? They added a new... Ah, of course. They added a new emote to the achievement guy in Gridania. New glasses and emotes in the golden saucer. Plus, you can endlessly shake a cocktail, too. That thing is literally just water by now. Water and marbles. Hey, Buchnella. I am doing well, thank you. Appreciate that. I've had a freaking busy day. I was out for like 4 or 5 hours today. Doing errands and stuff. So happy to be sitting on my butt. You can get the water emote basically for free if you want to water your enemies. I love that idea. Hello, Snake. Good to see you. I was just mentioning how you were showing off this cool, well, the previous cool emote, the watering can emote, last week. Look at that. But great stuff there, Alex. Very cool. Very good emotes. I mean, you got water and you got ice. What else could you need? You can wait for the butt sitting. Oh, it's so great to sit down on my butt, honestly. I miss just sitting on my butt, honestly. So good to butt sit. I like that the sound effect for the shaking ice is spatial. So when you zoom out here, it's like, can't really hear much. Don't worry, that ice is still rattling around. Thanks, you forgot folks had access to this last week. You've been in the metaphor mines, no worries. Still good to see it coming from you, though, honestly. Someday we'll get that cocktail right. Is there a pour emoji as well? Like something where you can pour the drink out? Wait, what if you shake it a bunch and then you just go to the watering can? You're like, drinks for everybody as long as you're on the ground. You know? There you go. Drink up. Mmm, yummy, yummy. Cocktails for your feet. You bet a whole hunt train doing this at once would have been gloriously obnoxious. Oh, what? A whole hunt train of folks going shaka, 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 shaka. Yeah. Here we go. Thank you, Alex. This is glorious. Well, I hope you have a good time, Alex, with your pals. Thank you for watering my feet. You never know. It could be... It's a hot one out there. So I appreciate you. Yeah, I think you know what is worse than that, though? Is that thing where it's like... The paint one. The one where it's paint everywhere. That, I think, is maybe the most... It's, like, big and colorful and loud. So I feel like it wins for being the most obnoxious emoji you can do. Have a good time, Alex, and thank you for coming by and showing off your very cool outfit earlier, too. Which, so jealous. I wish I could. I was doing the private island. Says this guild staff. Yeah, one of the colors is yellow, which is the PP color for sure. How fair is the port? Well, it's in shambles, isn't it? Trade routes are open once more now that the danger's passed, certainly, but no small number of merchants have had to sell their ships just to make ends meet in the short term. Add to that sailors we lost in the final days, and it's little wonder the flow of exports is no more than a pitiful trickle. If Colosal and his consortium were still with us, I'm sure he would have found a way to turn our fortunes around, but that was a man who got things done. God's rest his soul. You've spoken with key local figures and gained an understanding of the populace's hardships. Varshan awaits your report in Megaduda. Okay. Slash Link Pearl? What is slash Link Pearl? I don't know if I've ever seen that one before. Back to Megaduda. I wonder if I could, like, teleport directly to Megaduda. I think you can just walk around there, right? I can't get exactly where this guy is, but I can approximately walk around. Whoa, cool rainbow. Yeah, that's a cool rainbow. And a cool skirt. This is a cool outfit. Alright, up and around this way. Let me at least set my sprint on. Over this way. Damn, this music is so much fun, I gotta tell you. There's a certain percussion instrument in this that's like, it almost makes like a gulping sound. I love it. This woman is also walking to the beat. Hell yeah. Hold on, let me take my meds. Gotta stay medicated. Oh. I wonder if you can hear the music better when zoomed in. I'm not sure. Probably not, right? As it's not coming locally from like my earbuds or something. Is it a Quika? I don't know. It could be. Thanks, Manny. I really should stay extremely hydrated, shouldn't I? I wonder if there's somebody hiding in this bush. Could it be? Well, it's an invisible... Whoa! What's this little man? Wait, are you doing Link Pearl? Do the Link Pearl. Communicates via a Link Pearl in front of you. What are you doing? Where are you going, Snake? Interesting. Is it just go like... Wee, 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 wee? That would be a fun thing to stand around and do, for sure. You got yourself a little clown man, huh? Is this the guy from Final Fantasy VI? Is that Kefka? That doesn't look like Kefka. I think Kefka usually does purple, but maybe it's blue. I'm not sure. And he's got quite the tentacly skirt tails. I don't know, he seems more like a dragon. Yeah, this is for sure a night clown. He is very scary. I don't like him. It's not Kefka, but... Is this what you like to show off for show and tell today, Snake? Oh, there's Kefka. Look at him. See? He's a little cutie. See that little guy? He's just a baby. Just a little baby. Just an evil baby that wants to destroy everything. You forgot about fashion. No worries. The fashion theme this week was showing off. It's show and tell day. Oh, I gotta use the Ethernet thing to get here. Whoops. Always good to walk around though, you know, get a little stretching going to my legs. This person's showing off some cool stuff. And their little kitty cat from Monster Hunter, which is in this video game for some reason. We're stumped about what we can do. I can't remember if have we settled on a fashion theme? I was gonna do just like opposite day drag, where you dress in drag of whatever the opposite of your character's gender is, you know?
Ah, my advisor's return. I've just made it back myself.
It's either that or we can do like, I don't know, blue mage fashion. I don't know if there's like a spectacular blue mage look.
Why do you retain this vessel now that your true form is known? You could have flown across the island in a fraction of the time. Be that as it may, the sight of a massive creature descending from the sky can be startling to say the least, and there are a few places I can enter comfortably without risk of flattening some sort of cart or stall.
That's right. It's hard to be a dragon.
Well, fair enough.
Also, hold on, it's cool.
Give me a second.
This fleece from the secondhand store. Kefka's just a night clown with a lot of nihilism, yeah. He's like the night clown median, okay. I'm comfy now. Alright.
Fair enough. As for my inquiries, the people of Palakistan were unanimous in their reply. They are surviving. Resources were stretched to the limit when refugees kept pouring in, but they persevered with some assistance from Yedlamad.
I did get a haircut. Yeah, I finally cut my bangs. I got a haircut today. Cut my bangs and just sort of snipped up the loose end, the little split ends at the bottom.
From what I understand, they've always been an independent community, hunters and foragers and the like, and I was assured that the jungle provides for their needs for the most part. Palakistan is weathered disaster better than most, it seems. I heard myself good news and bad. The quarrymen were cautiously optimistic, having just sold the full wagon of giant skull to a foreign trader, but such visitors are few and far between. Compared to our best years, the weight of stone leaving Thavnir might be light indeed. Our nation is small and isolated, and its prosperity is dependent on a steady stream of exports. We must identify any obstacles to the flow of trade so we may begin working to remove them. Tell me, what did you learn at Akyali and Yedlamad?
Well, that most people sold their boats, so they can't be doing much trade. So you better get a whole fleet out here.
I see. Without a dedicated buyer, the average fisherman must struggle to offload his daily catch, which is why I believe we should address the lack of ships and the shortage of able-bodied sailors in Yedlamad.
Listen, there's people from all over the world that don't have a home, so they would be happy to come here. You're waiting for the day I go all in and get a true blue Ada Wong Bob. It might happen, honestly. I vacillate between, like, I don't want to do my hair anymore, I should cut it short, and I would like my hair to be down to my stomach, you know? I keep, like, bouncing between those two. Those two extremely opposite and hard to achieve things, so this is a happy middle ground where my hair is decently long, you know.
I reminded of a child I spied when I made my way back to this place. His father was lost at sea when the beast sunk their vessel.
The wig meta is goated, right? I was thinking it'd be fun to get like a blonde wig and a pink wig. Imagine if I could just be pink from head to toe. Pink makeup, pink wig, pink outfit. Short hair is no less of a pain in the butt than long. I found that out the hard way when I had a pixie cut. Let me tell you. The grass is always greener until you hop the fence, and it's just like, oh. It just looked more dense, but it's actually the same grass as the other side.
So many variations of the same tragic tale, repeated over and over. So many lives lost.
Yeah, just like that little kid who's trying to provide for his sister. Yeah, I should test. I did wear a wig for the Ada Wong cosplay. I don't think jet black is my color, but maybe like a blonde. Cause like, there's no way the hell I am dyeing my hair. Cause then you have to keep dyeing it until it grows out. That's a lot of work, man. I barely can get my bangs cut every few weeks. The only time hair isn't a pain is when it's gone, yeah. And then you're like, damn, I wish I had it. But then you could put on a wig.
Enough grief to drown in it if we let ourselves to be overcome, but we will not. Kriya, Estini, and I will consider the perspectives you brought to me and devise a plan to help my people confront this adversity. Come, I would like you to be in attendance when I announce this proposal to my assembled functionaries.
I'm so sorry that it's like all yawns tonight. Hell yeah. I'm so glad he's talking as a dragon. Oh wait, he's got his little man in front of the dragon? How does he do that?
I thank you for your attention.
Oh, the robot's just standing still, okay. So that's the real form of Varshan. Varshan is actually this big dragon.
The riches the Radiant host have retrieved were hoarded in Al-Zadal's name. A fortune I set aside for a future day.
I am majorly sleepy, I tell you. Oh yeah, I had a bunch of bad dreams last night. I had a dream that we were having, somebody who was, I am pretty sure my brain picked out a cast member from Nerdy Prudes Must Die and was like, that'll do, and just dropped him in as like a guy that would be working on our house. I had a dream that that person was working on the house and was like, yeah, no problem. We could definitely move the toilet to the other wall. And then I walk out and I walk back in and he's like rummaging through things in the house and like putting money like away. And then I see him and he like puts the money back where it is and then leaves. And here's the thing, my brain was like, we watch his car drive off and then him and his associate hop out of the car and start throwing knives at us in the dream. I don't know why it was knives, but it wasn't guns, but knives. So I woke up when the knife was about to hit my mom, so. We're like throwing stars dream, so strange. And the other dream was like, I don't know. We had to go to some big encampment and everyone had to shower in the same room. And there was like, you could shower, there was like this much foot space to stand on. And then it dropped off into basically the abyss. But you had to like stand in each like stall. And it was like, whoa, what's down there in that water swimming around near the shower? Weird. Very weird. And then I think there were bees. I don't remember. I had a lot of stressful dreams last night. It's probably why I'm yawning so much. Knives and bees. I must have been getting stabbed by something in my sleep. Safety pin.
Made aid our wounded city in reclaiming its vibrancy and
This is why it's so great to have your boss, like the guy that's running your town, your mayor is actually a dragon. Like, that's excellent. Because he's been hoarding gold for like aeons. And he's like, I'll just take it out of my vault, you know? That was a bit from the Super Mario Brothers. The weird thing in the pool, it was like something. Really? What do you mean? Was the TV show or the movie? Like a sewer thing? Weird. Listen, I haven't had those sweaty chicken tenders yet, okay? That's coming later. That'll be happening later. The movie had a sewer thing. Damn, I don't remember that. Hoarding gold is an economically valuable activity, though. This is true, but you'd have a hard time convincing those folks that buy the gold off the TV that. Gotta recirculate the local economy as he is doing now. Yeah.
in better times, I would leave.
Good old Ahawan, he did die.
Ahawan.
They're so sweaty they're projecting madness back in time. It'll be fine. I'm not
Finding myself
pre-suffering from food poisoning.
in the here and now. I will assume the responsibilities of mine office directly.
Do you think Ahawan was like, sir, we don't... we shouldn't break out the gold right now. Like this whole time. We shouldn't bust out the gold right now. And then Vitro's like, but what if we did gold though? Oh, you're always missing the weekend vibes. Also, not to be sappy, but it's nice how welcoming and friendly everybody is here despite you not being around in so long. Oh my gosh, Tess, you are such a delight. It's so easy to welcome you back. And you know, I totally understand. Life takes over. Life gets so busy. It's hard to check in. It's hard to like do everything. So I'm always happy to see you because you always bring a good vibe to the conversation, you know? Ideally, the Dragon Mayor has a manageable amount of debt amongst municipal bondholders with a coupon of 10% or less. See, that's who I need to elect at the local level. I just need to find a candidate like that, and I haven't found a real Dragon Mayor yet.
First,
I'm still looking though.
the treasure shall be sold for more convenient currency. Thence, invested into the trading port of Yedlamad. Our merchants must have their operations restored, their ships rebuilt. Commerce must flow once more.
I think he still has the scar on his body from where all the scales were taken off. Do you see that like red raw bits? Is that the scar where his like where he was like, yes, take all my scales so that you can become immune to aether corruption? That's wild. Do you think they had to put a cone on his head for that so he wouldn't bite at it? You know how cats get in there like, you know. Hoarding gold is very lucrative. That's why Fort Knox still has a warehouse of it. If the dollar goes to garbage, the government will transfer it from a fiat currency back to being gold-based. Interesting. Well, this dragon's got the right idea then, Manny.
None was spared the tragedy of the final days. Of this,
They absolutely put a big old con on him, yeah. And he was still probably trying to get to it. To play fetch with him in the yard to tire him out.
Was created by the loss of Karazal's consortium.
Maybe it's going to be Matia's consortium.
Provide new means for our fishermen, our artisans, and others to bring their wares to distant markets.
Matia was always a bad salesman. Do you think he'd be a better manager of salesmen? He did mention it was only mildly irritating. He's probably got like a healer or two to cast some stuff to treat the itch, right? You know. They come by, they put the ointment in it, and they give him a little antibiotic wrapped up in like a huge ball of cream cheese. The Gugumots Consortium. Bring back the Gugumots.
Were left without family to care for them.
Hey, and also, don't act like I don't see you over here, Ardbert, but wearing a small face mask, you B-word. I see you over here. Trying to get all sultry. I see you. No, stealthy, not sultry.
That is a concern.
Trying to get all stealthy.
Heavily upon my mind.
All the
The simple
kids.
gift of coin will soon be exhausted.
There's a character who keeps popping up, Tess, and his name is Ardbert, and he annoys me.
Of our society.
Luckily, I have him locked up in my heart forever. I think he's just become a part of me, but I'm afraid they're going to bring him back, honestly. He's just a brunette man who keeps trying to challenge me, and I'm like, stop, I've already beaten you, go away. And eventually he just like subsumed into me, so. Maybe the patch is completely healed by now, but the scales haven't grown back yet. It's just looking a little red and raw, that's all. Yeah, they can't like just give kids a bunch of money. They have to like, I don't know, bring them into an area where they can have family, essentially.
Nay, a proper solution is needed. One which doth guarantee their welfare for years to come.
It's just MASH. There's so many great women in this game, and instead they keep bringing back men. They brought back Ardbert so many times, and they didn't need to. They really could have picked anybody else. They could have had Elidibus looking like anybody else, but it had to be Ardbert. You know? Looks like that ad break starts soon again, by the way, folks.
Thou hast surely seen how other nations rise to meet.
How do they handle orphans? Poorly.
Dost thou deem the wisest course?
Wasn't Thancred like an orphan? Yeah, exactly. The worst thing is, he's just a little brunette guy who was like, I'll defeat you. And then I defeat him and he's like, I'll be back though. And he just kept coming for me. Until finally, I locked him away in my heart forever. Taxes? Levy them on trade. It takes a village to raise a child. I used to sing a song about that in elementary school. Ardbert will be the Deus Ex Machina for the Warrior of Light in the 9.0 expansion.
We must all look out for one another.
So everyone gets an orphan. I get an orphan.
Let us put this idea into practice.
Okay. Okay, interesting. Okay, so we're basically taking both ideas and mixing them together.
Who receive of Al-Zadal's treasure to commit a portion of their future earnings towards the running of an orphanage.
You know how they do it by the way, Akizita, it's so good to see you, by the way. I hope you're doing well. Hope you and yours are well. These days, when they do Pokemon rivals, they give you one rival who is very likable and one rival who's got like a chip on their shoulders. Back in the day when they did Pokemon rivals, it'd be like, heh, smell you later. You know, like, I'm gonna fight you and be the best because you suck and I'm better. You know? But now that's like you get 3 rivals and one of them might have a chip on their shoulder. Ardbert is like old school Gary Oak rival, where it's like he thinks he's doing everything right and you're wrong. And it turns out actually that you're right and he's wrong. And he's got to die several times to figure that out. And then I sent his ass back to his own dimension, dead. And he still was haunting me as a ghost. It was outrageous. Yeah. Couldn't believe it. And Mash is right in saying Tina is never such a hater as when interacting with characters in this game. I don't know what's wrong with me. This game gets you riled up. Yes, let's call it No Child Left Behind. That worked really well for America. I'm sorry, I couldn't get through that without laughing. I gotta change my necklace and my earrings and my mask. It's not working out. Something with Kalzal seems appropriate. Yeah, in his memory. Kalzal's kids. Not club. Kalzal's kids' house. Clubhouse. Something like that.
A fitting candidate. Kalzal should be remembered not as the blasphemy which terrorized Daphne, but as a hard-working and generous man who brought much wealth to our shores.
Blue is Professor Oak's non-fail grandson. The next guy is juvenile delinquent that robs Professor Elm. You mean in like Pokemon, like, so there was red? No, there was red and blue, right? And then like green or whatever. And was it gold and silver? Was that one a juvenile delinquent that was robbing people? Yeah. See now, if Ardbert really leaned into it and told me to go huff farts, I think I'd have to laugh about it. That'd be good. Oh, I forgot to take my antibiotic with my dinner. Ugh. I have to take it later.
Do any among you object to this proposition? Many here lost loved ones to the beasts.
Honestly, imagine being like, no, big dragon, I don't think your diplomatic policy is good. You would get eaten. I'm pretty sure. Gold, silver, and crystal. Gotcha.
In that time of strife, any one of us could have broken. Any one of us may have been taken by despair. When I think of Kalzal, I feel no hatred. Only a stinging regret that we could not save him as well. Isn't that right, men?
Big old fresh dose of antibiotics. With my sweaty chicken. Sounds like, men, there's literally a woman behind you. Can we use a more inclusive term?
This bodes well for that boy. Mirad, was it? Perhaps he can cut ties with that shady peddler.
You tell the dragon specifically about this kid. They'll make sure that happens.
Then let it be done.
Kalzal Foundation. That sounds a little too modern, honestly. Now, if those folks at Final Fantasy XIV haven't actually established in real life the Kalzal Foundation who deals with that, like, helps out real life orphans, are missing a trick. That could be their community outreach program. And like they raise up every orphan to be the next Final Fantasy protagonist. Like, so sorry for your loss. When you're here, your family, I promise you this isn't Olive Garden. Here's a giant sword. And I'm going to start teaching you magic, you know. Or antagonist, I guess, yeah. We need a Zemshar that's just a hater. I guess that's me, honestly. I'm literally just... Creature is just a hater, honestly. She's like, actually, you all suck except for my friends. Everyone else can die, you know? I think Creature is literally just a hater.
Out to assemble a patrol and ensure that no child in this city liveth in squalor.
Cool. Hey. And maybe if they get on this, then they can tackle the housing, and, you know, we're gonna be a rich people indeed.
See to the management of our funds and make
About to solve all the ails. There's not gonna be anything left for Dawn Trail.
a day more than is necessary.
There's not gonna be an unhoused crisis. There won't be any poverty anymore. It turns out when you have like a dragon that's ruling you and he sells all his gold, like you pretty much said everything right. Everybody's gonna be eating mango lassis now. Hello, Ryan. Good to see you today. Hope you're having a good Saturday. I so badly want a mango lassi now, too.
Dragon and man, side by side in pursuit of a brighter morrow. Reminded of Ishgard.
Their clothes were never this cool in Ishgard, though. This is like Ishgard if you looked at it under like a black and white filter. You did just wake up. Okay. You have mango and coconut ice cream lolly. I am so upset with you, Mash. I'm so upset. All right, what do y'all want? You want pancakes? So these are like latkes. Do you want some sort of compote made out of fruit? I don't know what psychons are, but they seem like figs to me. Or do you want like a bavaroise? I don't really want the money, so. We used to have creamy mango ice cream from Haagen-Dazs in the house. But that has most certainly been eaten up. Money? I don't want to eat money. Can we get ice cream? I can't get ice cream in this. It's latkes, compote, or bavaroise. Mango, mango, mango. I don't think any of these are mango. This is Psychon instead of like Amra or whatever it's called. Stop saying mango! There's no mango available. Fine, I'll get the money to get the mangoes. Oh. Where is Ice Cream Man? Well, it's like 40 degrees outside. So, I would imagine he's not selling ice cream right now. Hello, Veteran Radio. Oh! This is very minimalist. But my, like, blind ass has to have this on maximum. Thank you for putting forth Kalzal's name. Those whose lives he enriched will take comfort in seeing his legacy honored. We shall not forgive me for speaking sooner, but I bear a message from Archon Yeshtola. She asks that you meet her at the High Crucible at your earliest convenience. Understood, thank you. Yeshtola must have finished her study of the Void Gate. Shall we hear what she had to say then?
I will go with you.
I thought the satrap would be too busy setting up the foundation.
Absolutely not. I have people for that. My clerks have been the well-oiled cogs of this administration since before Ahawan assumed the office. They understand what needs to be done.
See, now that's a good leader. He's hired the right people, delegates to them, and probably pays them very well.
And I am curious to learn what conclusions your Archon has reached concerning the gate's unique construction.
Streamer curse has been enacted. The Ice Cream Man jingle will sound at exactly... Probably. If he comes by, it is usually at 7 o'clock, but it's so dark at 7 now, Manny. Like, it's literally dark outside now. You know what bums me out? I keep forgetting to turn on we have our Christmas lights up. I keep forgetting to turn those on at 4 when I go get my water so that I can see them on at 7. Now I just turn them on at 7, you know. Oh, man. And you know, speaking of Christmas lights... I saw somebody with that Costco family of 4 snowmen today when we were driving around after getting my hair cut. I was like, you bastard, that should be mine. My snowman family of 4. should have been mine. They practically stole it from me. But it wouldn't be very Christmas to get out of the car and pack that into the car. So stop the car! The snowmen are here! See the back, right? The ice cream is going to be basically those two dudes from Killer Clowns from Outer Space. And they'll have like big clown smooches on them. Not going to steal a snowman family from somebody else. It'd be a bad vibe. And also it definitely wouldn't fit in my mom's car. I just have to maybe hope that they'll carry it. Maybe they'll restock at Costco. I don't know. I'll just keep checking. As you wish. Allow me to lead the way, Your Excellency. The Costco guys? Just some guys for Costco? I did accidentally steal one of their vests because they put it on the belt while we were putting stuff in the car, in the carts. So at some point, either me, my brother, or mom grabbed it and put it in our bags. And then I was like, well, now I just have a manager's vest from Costco. Wait, what was that? What did I just click on? It's weird. Okay, bridging the rift. Let's go to the High Crucible Alchemia. Quit it. There you go. The parents already put up their Christmas lawn decorations. I think, honestly, maybe before my cousins come over, we'll put up some of ours. Because it'll be after Thanksgiving. It's probably going to be on a Friday or a Saturday. And then I was thinking of putting the tree up before my cousins come over, but they have kids. And I know when I was a kid, I wanted to look at and touch all the things. Plus, we wouldn't have room in the living room for folks to sit around and chat with my dad. So, we're going to put up the tree after the company comes over. And now it's going to be like, literally all my cousins are coming over. And their kids. And one of my aunts. It's going to be a big day. I think I have to clear out some of my mom's office again and just sort of either I might put all that stuff in my bedroom for a day just so that we can have one quiet room, because there was something I really appreciated when I was a kid. My aunt, who has been working so much with my my dad during this health journey, you know, she's a former nurse. She had her basement basically empty. You know, just like a leather couch down there and maybe a TV. Probably not a TV, but like it was just sort of maybe a second fireplace. I can't remember. So she had a basement room that was really far removed from any of the socializing action. And I know that as a kid, I really appreciated having a quiet place to go to. You know, a place where there weren't any adults. There was no other kids or cousins or whatever, or neighbors or friends and stuff. It was so great to have a place where it's like, whew, nobody's going to ask me what I want to be when I grow up, or like if I'm dating anybody right now. I can just be down here and eat my cold slice of ham, you know? So a room like away from the party. And I think especially for my cousin who has like a 2-year-old, it'd be good like as a quiet place for a 2-year-old to be if the 2-year-old's overstimulated by sound. And I think my second cousin is on the autism spectrum. So I think like being an ADHD kid, my brother being an autistic kid, having that quiet place where my brother could just like not have to talk to people, not have to look at people, was like so important. So I think I'm gonna move like heaven and earth to make a quiet room, you know. I should walk up to the Costco wearing that one vest and tell them I'm a regional manager. I think they would probably ask me where my badge was instantly. So when's the Costco heist? I already gave back the vest. So there's that. All right, let me go to the, where's the thing? Where's the Alchemia? Where is it? Oh, the High Crucible of Alchemy. I think it's good to have a room where there's like very little stimulus. You spent over $8,000 turning your basement storage room into a soundproof office because you can't function without a quiet space, right? It's nice to just have a place away from everything else where there isn't a bunch of like people, noises, smells, foods. It's just quiet. Where is this thing? Okay. Your basement's kind of like that. All you have down there is a lazy boy, a big coffee table, and art books. Yeah, that's what my aunt's basement was like. And I think it's really good to have a space like that if you're entertaining. My goal is to someday make my basement like that, Manny. A place where, like, I want This is like big future plans. I wish I could have done something like this much sooner because I think my dad would really enjoy it. But going to my grandma's house, they had a poker table in the basement. They basically had a bar in the basement. Like literally they had a bar and they had the booze there and they had a piano and a poker table. But we always play poker at the dining room table anyway. But I would like to have, like, it's so stupid because it's not functional, but a place where I could set up a poker table in the basement, you know? I don't need a bar down there because we're not, like, serving a bunch of booze, but, place to put a poker table would be nice. So.
Right, here we all are.
If I could accomplish it with my dad around, I think that would be great. I do think that that's not really something on the immediate timeline, but in the future, I think it'd be great, you know.
You discovered something new.
Let's find out about some portals to the 13th, huh?
I took a closer look at that device. I was able to determine how it keeps the void gate sealed, but not how it might instead be employed to expand the opening.
You know, Manny, I love the idea of putting art books down there. That would be a great thing to flip through, especially if you're like, I need to chill out, you know. I feel like art books or like big travel books are cool. The things that are like about a certain destination or a certain artist or something are really cool ideas.
For that, I would need to reference the technique developed by Vritra's alchemists, no records of which appear to have survived the intervening years.
I feel like as I get older, I prioritize having space. You know, like I don't really want to have things. I just want to have space to do things. So having like a full basement with almost nothing in it would be pretty amazing. It's my goal for life. Yeah, like a general media room downstairs right now. It's something that I'd probably keep down there is we have a CRT TV. We have my dad's old sound system and record player. I would like keep that stuff there so I could just pop in like Mike Mulligan and his Steam Shovel Mary Ann on VHS. Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol on VHS. And whatever, like some home videos, some movies my dad was in or episodes of TV my dad was in, something like that. And maybe also have one of those, you know, get my dad's flat screen and put that down there too. The record player would be fun, right? For sure. Maybe get some video game vinyls or something. Become one of those, you know, those folks, vinyl loving folks. In my old age of late 30s.
So why have you sent for us? Have you learned aught of value or not?
Projector would be cool. I love that. You have a billiards table in your second living room because you don't want to drag that thing down a flight of stairs. Smart, Manny. Yeah. I can only imagine how heavy that is. You would have to pay someone to take that from you, too.
One must introduce
Oh,
the
good
subject
sir.
before launching into specifics.
She's always got a pithy little comeback. She said, everybody shut up and listen. Mama's talking.
From what we understand, travel between worlds is accomplished by passing through the nebulous rift which exists between them.
I feel so bad that she's got a bit of a head cold for this. You started vinyls a few years ago, yeah? What's your, like, favorite vinyl you have right now? Or one that you worked really hard to get?
Picture, if you will,
Shot 'cause of money,
the
it's
moment you were
expensive.
called to the first.
I also like, I think I would just play whatever vinyls my folks have because, as I mentioned, I'm kind of allergic to collecting things. I just don't want to have more things. So it'd be like, well, this is a cherished vinyl of my dad's, or like this is the first vinyl my mom bought, you know, or something like that. Or this is, I don't know if I want to put like my favorite video game soundtrack on vinyl because that would just be Earthbound. And I just put, or Katamari Damacy. Now, if that was on vinyl, I might get it. That would be a good vinyl to get because that music slaps. But I just put that stuff on my phone when I need to clean. I wouldn't want to have it on vinyl because it would just be in the basement. I gotta get this mask off. I gotta change my hat. I need a different hat.
You touched a focus of some kind to help the Exarch pinpoint your location. His summoning spell
how the
then
hell
channeled
did
the
that
energies
work?
of the Crystal Tower to begin your journey to his world.
This poor gal. She needs a neti pot or something. I heard that those can be dangerous, though. I think your favorite would be your FATM's High is Hope. Your most prestigious one would be Velvet Underground 1969 live set. Now, what's FATM? I'm sorry, I don't recognize the acronym. You have good news and bad news. Is that so? They have the entire Mother franchise OST on vinyl. The music is good. Wow. Katamari Damacy, $35. I need to bother Adrian to get this, because Adrian likes listening to vinyls. With dazzling new artwork by We Buy Your Kids. What a name for a collective, honestly. Florence and the Machine. Oh hell yeah. I gotta listen to more of their music. I mean, she's got a great voice. I can't wait to wash my makeup brushes this weekend,
tore a
y'all.
hole in the walls,
Hey, Otter Buddha,
separating
good to see
source
you.
and shard, and cast you into the intervening nothingness.
Look at all these little crystals of people we know. Is that Gosetsu there? Who is that person below Gosetsu? Then I definitely see, like, the blue guy from the elf realm. Definitely Urion J's there. And then there's like Gaius von Balsar up there for some reason. In his weirdo mask. Right? I feel like Florence from Florence and the Machine and also that Hosier guy. Well, if you miss Gosetsu, just close your eyes when Vitra is talking. It's the same voice acting. But I feel like Hosier is like, that's like, he's got that I've been living in the bog voice, you know.
In that place, the laws of nature hold no sway.
Look at all these little JPEGs of our friends stuck in crystals. So fun. Love a good
Yet
JPEG.
even through this realm of temporal and spatial instability, you were born safely to your destination in the first.
Do y'all have little Final Fantasy 14 like ornaments and stuff? I was just thinking about how fun it would be to print up your favorite little characters and put them in a little crystal ornament and then just have like a little trapped, you know, Urion J on your Christmas tree. I think that'd be fun. You know, you can print up a JPEG for free. Just get some really weird commemorative stuff made. Like, we have family ornaments. It's like pictures of us. I think it'd be so funny to put pictures of Final Fantasy 14 folks on your Christmas tree. Or like literally anywhere in your house. Like those little frames that folks get for like school photos and stuff. Just have like pre-Dawn Trail lighting patched people. And then post lighting patch. Like, I would just have a close-up on Xenos' ear and then get the full portrait when his ear gets fixed, eventually. That'd be cool to have around the house, I think. And people be like, what's that about? And I'm like, I had to remember his weird dried apricot ear, because it means a lot to me, and I spent a lot of time thinking about it. Florence from Florence and the Machine has a lot of... Oh, I should just say Florence and the Machine has a suspicious amount of songs involving C-Rex. Very interesting, very fae folk, you know.
The feat that guided you across such an unimaginable distance, both physical and metaphorical, was nothing short of a miracle.
Hungry for dried apricots. There's something so tasty and tangy about dried apricots, right? They're dangerous because I know a serving is like 3 or something. And I gotta make sure I don't have a lot of sugar, but I could eat those constantly because the texture, the chewiness is great. Oh my god, a polygonal grapes ornament would be amazing. I would love that. Somebody has to have made that. Somebody's definitely 3D printed that and sold it on Etsy or something. I haven't checked though. Remember, like every time I've said like someone's gotta put this on a hand painted wooden sign and sell it on Etsy. I should check to see if like the stuff that Graha Tia says before he's like, I'm gonna go sacrifice myself again. Goodbye. You know. They've gotta put that stuff on Etsy. Say a very... What is your favorite moving quote from Final Fantasy XIV? Something that you're like, damn, this means so much to me. I won't recognize it because I talk over half of this video game, but I'm sure it's on Etsy and I want to know. I might do a little Etsy search after this. Like, remember us that we once lived or something. Do you think that's on somebody's wall? Probably.
Found in the source. Who guides them here? How?
I always get recommended these articles on Google. First of all, it's like, this cheese from Aldi will change your life. That's article number 1 always. And then the second one is like, cheese recalled from Aldi's. Careful, it'll kill you. That's number 2. Number 3 is Oriole stuff. And then number 4 is like, this person makes $50,000 a year on their side hustle selling stickers. And I'm like, I bet I could make some money selling some Final Fantasy XIV fans some like hand-painted signs of like, remember us that we once lived. You're sad for the Exarch's hope is everlasting. Now that could go on a wine glass, let me tell you. Etch that into a wine glass. You're making money now. Xenos' speech at Garlemald. But you would hang out the Praetorian monologue. That would be a good tapestry blanket, Snake. You know. I feel like that would be a good, like, script tapestry. And make it red and white for the holidays.
Excellent question. Though there are several methods by which the Void's denizens might intrude upon our
You
world,
actually need that, right?
the rituals of summoning are the most typical.
Think of how freaking cozy you would be, like, with a fleece blanket with, like, the Praetorian monologue on it. Drinking from your glass that says hope
For
is
example,
everlasting.
let
But
us
wine
consider
isn't.
the
Oh!
gargoyle, a creature of middling power.
I don't know how much of a crossover there is with the wine mom demographic and the Final Fantasy XIV demographic, but I bet it exists. So there's a t-shirt. That's ridiculous. I wish I could see this person in line for something, though. When my friend saw this, she couldn't stop laughing. Great product. How very glib line is forever immortalized. Fantastic quality. I feel like the King of Hollow Nest. Oh, they must have reviews for all of the stuff from Final Fantasy, or well, from different video games, because Hollow Nest I think is Hollow Knights. So also make it a 2-sided. The other side is such devastation. This was not made just in huge print, obviously. This gothy outfit is so good. Don't you love her lookish? Yeah, Shola really had a lovely glow up. I think her outfit's fantastic. I love that she's got like feathers, like teal black feathers for earrings. So cool. Let me see if hope is everlasting is here. Now, what's this about gargoyles? She mentioned gargoyles?
To call upon such an entity, the prospective summoner must force open a void gate.
Damn, I missed the most critical piece of information, and now they're like void gating some gargoyles. It's about to be Gargoyles, the animated TV show. What were their names? Like Bronx? Something like that? They're all named after boroughs, I think. That's... Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me, Twafo. Is that for real?
The portal lasts but a moment and is relatively small, allowing only an imp or other lesser being to squeeze through with their physical body intact.
I really should commit to the bit and actually get some booty shorts that say, like, living failure or like orphan child or whatever, like the monsters from Bloodborne are. I love this. Slime Scholar. Oh, it's not for real. Ugh, the rains have ceased and we have been graced with another beautiful day, but you are not here to see it. That sounds really good, honestly. That's a cool quote. And I think that would be great for booty shorts. So be like, that's a fine ass. Also, what does that say? I'm sad now and I don't know why. I have feelings now, aside from ass feelings. I think a crop top with that would be good too.
Gargoyle, however, is too large for that. Creating a gate big enough for him would require vast amounts of energy, far beyond the reserves of any one mortal practitioner. Damn,
I missed why we need a gargoyle. Damn it. But also, cool, we get to see, like, into the lives of gargoyles. Speaking of Fae, if you're into that stuff, you would recommend a book called War for the Oaks. It's by Emma Bull, and it's really neat. It involves Fae, rock, and a badass girl protagonist. That sounds really cool. War for the Oaks? That sounds awesome, Morph. Have you been reading that recently? I'm going to quickly type in, I know this is wasting time, and I really should be paying attention to the story right now, but I'm going to type in Remember Us That We Once Lived and see what I find. Well, okay, I might have goofed it. Hold on. I don't think that's the exact quote. What if I say Final Fantasy XIV with it? I am getting the exact kind of products that I expected, which is hand-painted wooden signs. There's a bunch of stickers of Emmett that says remember us. There's some cool art that says that we once lived. Oh, God. My pronouns are we won. And then a picture of Thancred, which is not what I asked for. But not remember us that we once lived. There really isn't enough crossover with the hand-painted signs community. See, now, apparently the two best friends play suggested the idea of Bloodborne enemy booty shorts, and then somebody came up with it, right? Somebody, booty shorts with the names of Bloodborne things printed on the back, right? And then, like, somebody actually designed that on I've seen a tweet of that. I've seen a tweet where somebody did a mock-up of it. And I've been obsessed with the idea ever since. Okay. Ah, well, Marvinius. You know, say lovey. Don't know why that's under the Final Fantasy XIV tag, but, you know. Booty shorts with sloppy on them. Can't wear those out of the house. So we gotta summon a gargoyle? Damn, that's a nasty boy.
Instead, 'tis far more common to bring over only the entity's soul.
Oh.
We had a taste of that ourselves when a certain exarch dragged us to the
So they snatched the soul of a gargoyle, then they put it inside of a big stone rock thing. And that's why gargoyles exist and move and stuff. Okay. Okay. So, moving gargoyles are just spirits from the evil dimension that have inhabited a stone body.
And just as our bodies remained in our world, the void
Why
sense
is gonna get all
physical
chopped
form
up by
was left
his
behind
gargoyle
in the
buddies?
13th.
Or are they cool? I wonder. So this is how they do gargoyles, I guess.
The summoned soul is granted a temporary shell to inhabit. In the gargoyle's case, a stone effigy has proven a suitable vessel.
Model swap. Very good. So that's how gargoyles are made. Yeah, Shola, can you tell me how babies are made? I'm not really sure about that. No one gave me the talk.
Wait.
Grandpa tried, but
You
he
said that
backed out
Voisin
of it.
must be called here deliberately by someone in the source, reeled in like a fisherman with his catch.
Gargoyles are basically the way that Christians in the Middle Ages saw golems, right? So it's like a big stack of rocks, and then they put like a soul in it from hell or something, right, Manny? Too long didn't read. Voidgate is too small for physical matter, so they take the soul and they put it in a vessel in the source. So that's what I was saying. I was like, put our souls in some robots, send our robots through the gate. You know? It's a neat way to retcon why the Void Sent always look like statues in Reverborn. They think I'm paying attention to these details, which I think is very sweet of them. I wonder who was. I really do wonder. Because I don't think I once asked, like, why do these guys look like gargoyles always?
Exactly.
It's something like that, but you
For a
want to
being
elaborate
to
for the
navigate the
line.
chaos of the rift, with or without form, there must needs be a guiding agent on the other side.
Maybe you could send us to the
When
dimension?
the hordes poured forth from Alak's Great Gate, it was the technologists who drew them through.
Oh, really?
Though
They
to
were
my
summoning
knowledge,
demons?
Planar fissures are, in essence, natural passages between our world and the void, which require no such guidance to traverse.
So, but the thing we're dealing with right now is a fissure that they're treating like a gate, right? It's like a natural
Why is
fissure.
only the boundary between the source and the 13th so fragile? So much so that it often tears open of its own accord.
I believe solving that mystery is key to understanding travel between the source and its reflections.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
And how do you intend to get your answers?
By sticking my head in there? It's the Void Scent Fisher price.
No.
There you go.
The danger is too great.
Oh, she's already doing it. I bet Yashila's gonna collapse to her feet and be like, sorry, leaving my body now. Sending my ass to Mars.
Perhaps. But what some call danger, others think of as adventure.
All you need to say is the adventure word, and I'm already out. Out the door, toast with jam on it in my mouth, water bottle in my hand. Let's go.
The gate has been lost to the ages.
Was I listening to your tale? That's a good question. I was definitely not looking at booty shorts.
You would be greeted by an army of murderous horrors the very instant you step through.
Yeah, that sounds like every Saturday. Pretty much.
I assure you I was most attentive. And I agree that to go alone would be certain death. But if I were to bring along one who has already braved the 13th and humbled the cloud of darkness, well, I imagine my chances would be much improved.
Very good at it. Count me in, baby. But I gotta change my mask and my like necklace and earring situation. I need to look cuter. I think we need to look a little cuter. I might have to doctor up some outfit stuff. Is she still mad at me for
once again
throwing her
I
out
put
of the
my
bus
life in your ever reliable hands?
I got you.
That said, as much as I would like to march straight back to the Void Gate, there is the small matter of being unable to open it without the Satrap's personal authority.
Very true. Do I have to break open your golden egg thing, or are you gonna do this for me?
As I've said before, I will grant you and yours any boon you choose to name, provided it does not endanger my people.
You have my word that we will take every precaution. Not a single void scent will be allowed to threaten Radzatan, assuming we manage to expand the portal in the first place.
You have a plan.
Actually, I had hoped you might help us with that. I presume the alchemists you retained supplied you with some explanation of their methodology.
Did you see that was last time?
House Daymir was overseeing the project.
Time to go talk to a bunch of people.
Daymir. Ah, yes. The family associated with the great work.
I did not fully comprehend the theory, but their research began with a void scent which had slipped through the fissure. After a thorough examination, they created an arcane simulacrum possessed of similar qualities. A man-made void scent, if you will. It was apparently indispensable in their efforts to enlarge the gate.
Are we gonna get like little void scent bodies? That'd be so cool if we look like little gargoyles.
A man-made void scent.
Yes. Being great admirers of the Archons, House Daymir submitted detailed notes to Charlene's official committee.
Okay, they've
They
got records
expected
of this for
praise
sure.
and accolades for their simulacrum, and were thus devastated to be informed that their work had been classified as prohibited material.
If that's true, then those notes might still be stored in a forbidden archive somewhere. Not Google, of course, since that library had yet to be built. Which leaves us with...
Don't make me guess. Okay. Graha's favorite place to sneak around. Kitty cat man time. He'll be so excited to see us, I'm sure.
Indeed. Numenon's restricted stacks may very well hold a copy.
I know. I was gonna say, why isn't there a shirt that says, let me Google that for you? You know? Or just Google, but in the Google colors, you know? Yeah. So she has a head cold, so she said Google. Which sounds like Google.
Being of little use. Go on ahead. I still need to find Mirad and tell him about the Kalzal Foundation.
Do you think it's directly a Google play on words, you think? I mean, it's possible. It is a body of knowledge.
Let us be on our way as well.
Then they should have done, like, instead of Numenon, it should be like Wikipedia. Wikipedia or something. That would have been quite clever.
They are resolved to venture into the void. Do I sit idly
I think
by?
Varshan, the best play would be to stand outside of the void. Like, we're in it, you're outside of it, and you, if any monsters come through, just eat as much of them as you can. It's just chomp, 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 chomp. But you gotta be big Vitra form, not little Varshan form. Just chomp them. Otherwise, I don't know if we can hold up our end of the bargain, to be honest. Okay, it is almost 7 o'clock. So before we go do more of this stuff in this game, I'm gonna feed my dog. Should I log out and show you all some ducks and stuff? Would that be a good idea? I think I should log out and get ducks going. So let me play a little bit of music while I open up the duckies. I'm not gonna have ice cream now. No. Position 1, Tiny. Also, there we go. Less of my laundry in focus. Thank you. So, God, I meant to log back into this game. That's wild. I'm absolutely going to accidentally copy and paste my password into the chat. Think the ice cream man's coming in 2 minutes? Hope not. Okay. Duckies. I feel like I'm so brave for not playing Rise the Bull Metal today. So brave. I really could do it. I can make it happen. But instead, we're going to keep playing this game. I'm going to take a little break and eat some chicken tenders. What does it say? Other ducks games. Other ducks. Slowly sliding ducks and placid plastic deck. A quiet quest? Did they make more games? They made more games. Oh my god, you get to dress up your duck. Race with friends or random players in this idle, cute, and relaxing game featuring rubber ducks and water parks. Oh, it's planned. It's not out yet. Earn points to exchange for items. Dress up your duck before sliding down the track. That's wild. Okay, this opened up all of the... Oh god, back to the game. Thank you. And what about Placid Plastic Deck? That's also to be announced. A wholesome game where you can't die. A relaxing and witty adventure featuring colorful pixel art locations, peculiar character, quirky dialogues, elements of deck building, card battles, and a lot of ducks. Wow. Okay. Interesting. There's a lot going on. They're working on a lot. They must have made a lot of money with this game to be planning 2 more games. Rubber duck racing. Yeah, it's going to be like that marbles game, but just with the ducks instead, sliding down things and racing and things. Yeah, there's a deck building game. I'm not a big fan of deck builders, I have to tell you. I'm not really interested in that kind of stuff. But I will try that other one. Jesus, why is there so much stuff here? Alright, y'all. It's time to visit the ducks. I'll click on Martin's duck. Let me zoom in on Martin's duck. And do you want like in-game music? Or do you want my usual stuff? Because I can just like mute what's going on in the game. Whatever y'all think. Somebody had duck race on their stream the other day and your duck was doing its best. So was that different? Because this game hasn't come out yet. Is this a different game that usually plays? You like the game music with the weird theremins? Okay. Well, enjoy the weird theremins, everybody. We're gonna be stuck on Martin for a little bit. There's Tess's wizard duck over there. I'm gonna put up our little BRB screen and mute my mic and turn off my camera. And when I come back, more Final Fantasy 14. Martin, cooperate. Martin, I'm gonna switch to a different duck if you're gonna be like this, Martin. Okay. There's Jillian's duck. Okay, see y'all soon. Final Fantasy 14. Oh, and we are not Be Right Quack right now. We are here. You don't really care about any of the fights in this game aside from like Tsukiyomi. You're a real story head, of course. Yeah. There's a couple of solid patch tankers. I'm looking forward to it. I'm keeping my heart open to it. It just... They gotta really win me over. Especially if they're a boy, I have to tell you. I think it should just be girls for the patch content. Girls and non-binary people. That's what I'm looking forward to. So if you're a boy, you gotta work twice as hard. Now, what am I? Oh, I am trying to play this video game, but using my keyboard and mouse. Who the hell does that game like that? Jesus. Imagine. Alright, so we gotta go to Charlene, huh? We're leaving this place of all this wonderful color and texture and rich culture and going to Charlene. Are you heading out, Manny? You mean it's been good? What do you mean? That sounds so final, Manny. What, me saying that I would never play this game with a mouse and keyboard? If I are to enter Numenon's restricted archives with a minimum of fuss, we must enter with the permission of the Forum. Tried to work extra hard? What do you mean, Manny? What does this mean? Are you quitting your job? Are you quitting the chats? What is this all about, Manny? First, however, we must needs enlist the cooperation of a member to broach the matter on our behalf. Who do you think would be inclined to assist us? No one rings to mind. What about the Scarlark Monteshane? He did come to Graha's defense during the inquiry after all. Oh, I'm telling you about, you're not a, Manny, you're not a patch content person. Okay? You're not patch content, your main story quest, alright? Your main story quest, like, expansion, Scion level, okay? Settled, let us head to Phenomenon and see if he's willing to help us once more. Yeshel's now accompanying you. Keep her at your side in order to proceed. Yeshel, I gotta get changed, is that okay? If you wish to have her accompany you again, return her. Ugh, I'll just have to wait to fix my... You know what? I'll just fix my glam with this. Back to the Shadowbringer's glam. There we go. Name a main story quest Scion guy who you like challenged bypass. Let me tell you, Yurion J. Boom, easy. Grahatia, though he did have to fight, honestly. The record shows that main story boys have to work 4 times as hard. I was a little cheesed off because Yurion J did lie to us, and I was a little cheesed off because Grahatia did lie to us. Alphino went through a tough time as well. But you know, they all redeemed themselves over the long arc of their characters, so don't even worry about it, Manny. You have, I mean, there was nothing that needed to be redeemed. I think you were a solid pick for Final Fantasy XIV the second you showed up as a shirtless aura. So I think you're good. You know, Jeff, having watched my show for a very long time, Manny, that if there's a shirtless character, I'm like, alright, let's go. Literally The Witcher 3. The entire Witcher 3. Thanks for reminding me to drink some water, too. Alrighty. Even though I just put my lip gloss on. Hey, how about that, Just a Game Hero? 48 months. Thank you so much for the 48 months. You have been redeemed by the water. And you also redeemed the water itself, so... Thank you, Manny, for reminding me to drink some water. I did get a nice big tall glass of water in while I was eating my chicken strips and my fries. So Just a Game Hero, I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for the 48 months. That's 4 years now, huh? How would you like to celebrate your resub? First off, you know what we gotta do. Thank you for the 4 years. I appreciate it. Also, this is completely unrelated, but I did finally fix the, you know, I was wearing that nice pearl necklace the other day when I was wearing my black dress and I had, like, my makeup was all fancy and such. I fixed that necklace. It is now all together. I'm gonna let it dry for a day or two, though. But it is fixed up. I apprenticed to Master Matoya at the age of 7 and labored under her tutelage for a full decade. I never had the chance to attend the studium. Neither did Thancred, as I recall. Soon after Master Louis Swan took him in off the streets, he was put in the care of another Archon. His was a rigorous and practical education in the arts of espionage and survival. I sometimes wonder what my life would have been like had I pursued studies here instead. tea at the last stand after a day of lectures? Should I wander as well? How about tea? That sounds pleasant. Oh, that does sound lovely. Afternoons with friends spent sipping tea and debating theories. Still, I wouldn't give up my time with Master Matoya for the world. I'm gonna tell her that. That dank cave I studied in was about as far from the bright, airy halls of academia as one could get. But it was a wondrous, magical childhood nonetheless. I bet it was so cool hanging out with Master Matoya. So jealous. I wonder if this person next to me is also hanging out with Yestralon. Okay, never mind. She went a different way. I gotta say, I'm too Fire Emblem 3 Houses pilled, because I do remember also in the lobby of the monastery they had that they had a similar fountain thing, and I was like, how impractical, fountains? I wouldn't even dream of that in the lobby. And then it turns out I guess more places have fountains in the lobby, huh? Montashane, you old bastard. I did my hair. Yes, I got my hair cut today by my new hairdresser, Lady Carol. She did a great job. And she's a great talker, too. You know, I feel like having an older lady cut your hair is great because they can talk to anybody, you know. Oh, visitors and quite esteemed ones at that. What may I do for you? Pray forgive the intrusion, Scarlock, but we're hoping you may secure us permission to enter Numenon's restricted archives. Tell Gareth she did a good job. I will. I'll be seeing her again in December, so right before the holidays. Oh, no further forays into the stacks this time, eh? Right? Well, I mean, like, I feel like, so I had, my previous hair cutter was younger than me by a few years at least. I think she was in her early to mid 20s, and she was doing a great job. But there's also some things where it's like, I feel like there were some aspects where we couldn't relate. But she did like video games at least, so. I would love to try to explain Rise of the Golden Idol to my hair cutter. I haven't even told my hair cutter I play video games for a living. That's gonna be a further down the line conversation, you know? Once I'm really enshrined there. And I'm sure that I want to keep coming back. We'll see. Today's been great. You know, it was a long day of errands though, just like Amira. I think I was out of the house for like 5 hours. Getting my hair cut. Chatted with the neighbors first, which was nice. Always good touching base with the neighbors. Then I got the haircut. But we went to the bank. Then haircut. Then had to stop somewhere to get a sandwich. And it was like, it was wild. Driving there was a pain in the butt because I've never been around this part of town. I was helping Mom navigate on the phone. And I don't know why. I guess it's the Saturday before Thanksgiving, so everybody and their mom is out. It was wild. And then I had to go shopping at Aldi's for some stew fixing, so, you know. Imagine if Carol was an Arbor intro. It'd be so funny if I'm like, I play Final Fantasy XIV, and if any hair cutter I ever had said me too, I think I'd shoot out of my seat without them finishing the hair. I would just like go right up into the ceiling and be like, wow! But you know, I enjoy this game in a very different way than I think most people, Manny. Very different. So we gotta sneak into a library, y'all. What about you, Smee? How was your day? Just a game hero. How's your day going? A tank cave, exactly, man. I bet they were smoking some wizard's weed. Probably Manny. I think Matoya has a pipe of some sort, you know. I applaud this newfound sense of propriety, yet in all this wide world of comparative serenity, what compels you to disturb a vault of forbidden wisdom? Our dragon has a hole and we need to open it. And then Yestrala says that in a better way. So today was good. It was very busy, but like, I also got to talk to one of my cousins today, checking on her, so that was cool. Oh, posture check, okay. I am sinking pretty low, aren't I? Fascinating. I had no idea such a technique existed. I would have been surprised if you had. If my assumption is correct, the research was left behind House Damir. It's lain dormant in Charlene's archives for many centuries. And who on earth is research what then? Surely you don't intend to cross over into the void. Thank God it's not Yuri on Jay talking to this guy, because I only have one posh guy voice. That is, in fact, precisely what we intend.
what end, pray tell? To develop a method of traversing the rift, for one, that I might keep my word to a distant friend.
That's right, she's got to go see Runar back in the first.
Sentiment aside, I've journeyed to the end of existence. I have heard, felt, and thought endlessly about the truth of our world and the echo of its future. And yet I want to understand everything, to unravel it down to its very last secret.
Can you imagine? Sometimes in sequels to games, they take, like, the main party, and it's like, well, these people became the most powerful people in the universe, so then they became evil. Like, imagine if we see Y'shtola at the very ends of the universe, having unraveled the truth of everything, and she really does become like the Aya. She's like, yep, nothing matters, and we're, like, minutes away from the heat death of the universe. You know, what if she becomes, like, this incredibly powerful wizard who is like, wow, I gotta destroy everything now. Y'shtola could very well be evil, yeah. I'm so glad that, like, she leans to the saucy side of things instead of the evil side of things. Marijuana Maging Cave. Now, if that's not the title of today's episode, I don't know what is.
What scholar worthy of the name wouldn't force open a void gate or two if the grand revelation was promised reward? Ha ha ha! Marvelous! An audacious proposal worthy of Master Matoya herself. And after hearing the whys and wherefores, I for one do not believe you would use your knowledge for ill.
Oh, you've been in pain. Did you have your surgery today, or are you still recovering from the last one, Just a Game Hero?
I see no reason not to present your request to the forum's consideration.
Great. Happy kitty cat face.
Although your petition would be better received if you also had the support of another well-placed acquaintance.
Not him. Not Fortuno. Why, Master Fortuno, of course. He can hardly ignore an earnest request from his dear children's most treasured comrades. And when did they become his dear children? Did he go back to the court and say, I'm sorry, I want to undisown my kids?
I was hesitant to approach him directly, but there's no denying that having Master Fortuno on our side would tip the balance in our favor. Very well, we'll pay a visit to the Levior estate and plead our case. Ah, one last thing before you go. I'd consider a personal favor if you might share with me the discoveries you make in the void.
Yeah, dear children.
My appetite for knowledge is every bit as insatiable as yours. I'd wager, so if you could see a way to indulging an old man's curiosity. Of course, Scarlock. We'll be sure to pass on any revelations.
I hope he's not secretly bad guy. That would be really funny, though. If they ill-bared us with him. I love this person's name. Hold on. Passé Marron. Pretty good. These elves have some fun names. Alright, to the Levior estate. Yeah. Oh, okay. It's just a Lalafelian student. Lalafelian? Is that what folks who... I just thought it was Lalafell student, but I guess if you are possessed of the heritage of being Lalafell, you are a Lalafellin? Oh, yes. He actually said dear children for a funny reason that you can think of later, yeah. Let us know when you come up with it. Maybe it's because he disowned his kids and then a bunch of deer took them in. That is the adjective form. How about that? How about damn that? Where is... Oh, the Levior estate, obviously. Here we go. I'm afraid the sleepiness is not receding, y'all. Hello, butler. Mrs. Greer, Mistress Y'shtola, how may I be of service? We have come to speak with Master Fortuno. Is he home by any chance? I hope the gal is up. Sorry, the antibiotics are getting to me. Yes, the master's in residence. I shall inform him he has guests. Okay, the pain is gone. Your right side's all healed. Love that. I know, a double yawn. Ugh. I think I may be too comfy cozy right now. God, now I have to do his voice.
Well, well, the Millions would invite you inside for tea, but I assume this is not a social visit. You have some other matter of import to discuss.
Time for a scratch. Okay. Let me just push this aside so I don't knock anything over. Is it possible to do this man's voice? His voice is too rich.
Okay. Then pray proceed. You have my full attention.
See, you can't con me into liking you by just having a deep, rich, buttery voice that sounds like it should be spread over toast, you know?
Well, I suppose I should praise you for following the proper protocols this time around.
And thank you, Alice, for reminding me to drink water. Thank you for feeding and watering your Tamagotchi, everybody. Scholar Monteshane expresses much the same sentiment as you. I assure you will not attempt to circumvent the forum's authority again, unless it's an absolute necessity, of course.
Of course. You do understand that the restricted archives are restricted for a good reason, yes? If no pressing need exists, then why risk the consequences of employing this forbidden knowledge?
There's a dragon in there. You love butter on toast? He can win you over. I do love butter too, but I got it in the fridge, so I don't need it from this man, you know. Good to see you, by the way, Tienza. Hope you're having a good Saturday.
For her brother who misses his sister, she was his guardian and his friend, a selfless hero who crossed the rift between worlds to save her homeland from horror and suffering. But the brother has given up thoughts of a reunion. He spends his efforts elsewhere, watching over a people yet healing from the flames of the final days, loyal to his duty while betraying the longing in his heart.
Oh, the 13th of next month. Okay, got a lot of time to recover then, just a game hero.
Tis no vital mission, perhaps, reuniting these siblings, but it feels worthy a cause to pursue all the same. As one who feared losing his own loved ones and spent years in research to prevent it, surely you appreciate how painful such a separation might be.
You should try and get ready for bed. You're trying to learn Japanese before bed? Maybe you can listen to one of those videos before you sleep. You know what I've been listening to a lot lately before I go to bed? What's been like killing all my nightmares? I watched videos of Japanese bakers making food, and they barely talk. But they do still talk to each other in Japanese. And they're like rolling out croissants and stuff. Speaking of butter, you bought a cinnamon sugar spread from Land O'Lakes. Pretty dang good on toast. I do love some butter and some cinnamon sugar on toast, but I've never had like straight up it made by the company, huh? We're not talking about man butter. Ew. Absolutely. I just ate, Snake. I just ate. I do not want to talk to y'all about man butter. I do not need to know about that product. Not at all. Not in the slightest. I can't believe Autobot didn't catch that. Autobot is slacking on the job. Although Snake as a mod probably can say anything he wants, so. Yeah, pull on this man's heartstrings if he has any. Good luck finding him, girl.
Reflections are still very much a mystery to us. Offering to share your experiences in the first should constitute a fair exchange for our cooperation.
Product. Well, it's a bodily byproduct.
Do not celebrate just yet. The forum must still be convinced. I'll add your request to the list of today's deliberations and deliver the decision to you at the Bodition Annex.
Apparently you can say man butter. Okay. Is this payback for saying cowboy gravy? Or boner stew? Is this the hell that I have wrought? Have I built it around me brick by saying weird stuff on this show? I think so. What the hell are you talking about, MASH? Yeah, and saying that this sarsaparilla was kind of thick and ropey. I do kind of tread in dangerous. That is, by the way, even though I don't cuss anymore, that is why this is a rated mature stream. Just so everyone knows. Just so everybody knows. I still reserve the right to make terrible, disgusting innuendo. I'm up before the courts for much. I am. I plead guilty to saying weird stuff on the show. Where are those like places I could have gone and talked to Yashtil about things? Doesn't matter much. There's no podcast from Sakura Gakuin, an idol group from which Baby Metal was a subgroup. Oh my god, really? I had no idea. There are hundreds of hours of these girls talking about life, school, friendship, and so many things. That's amazing. That's really cool, Tienta. So that's a cool way to like listen to some Japanese stuff before bed and learn. Let's see. Accompany Shell with Baldish and Annex and speak with her. Okay. It's more disturbing than any cuss could be. You gotta get, when you can't cuss, you gotta get creative. So, there's that. I can't wait to start doing yoga again, by the way, to completely pivot from what we were talking about. Damn it, it's not a voice cutscene. Can't wait to start doing yoga again. I feel like my lower back, like at the very base of my spine, is just a solid pillar right now. I need to get back to doing yoga so I can spin my back around, you know. So, what did the forum decide? To put it bluntly, Master Matoya has burned some bridges here in Charlayan. And salt of the earth for good measure. To be clear that her student was the petitioner questioned, well, no few members voiced their discontent. That's great. She was like, screw you guys, I'm out of here. Woo! You know, Master Matoya really pissed off everybody here. I do like a subtle swear, Manny. I like challenging ideas. Then the chamber was reminded, in no uncertain terms I might add, of the incredible debt we owe you and your companions. Oh, he's looking right at Fortune now, who reminded everybody, listen, these kids are my kids' friends, so you better be nice to them or I'll kick all of your asses and demote you. You'll have to do, like, I don't know, Wizard 101. Not the video game, but teaching those classes. I'm gonna make you all TAs, unless you wise up. You recover, just waiting for the next surgery. You have to recover to do the next one. I get you for sure, Just a Game Hero. Well, I hope you continue to recover well. Are you playing any games to help bide the time while you recover? That served to silence the grumbles and stiffen a few spines. See, that's what's wrong with my spine right now. Maybe I'm too agreeable. Then it was agreed that allowing you entry to the archives is the least we could do in return. Damn, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm in my fleece, my little fleece. I've got a little hoodless fleece. And I am comfy cozy as hell right now. With my little hands in my pocket. I need to not lean back so much though. I'm sure this is not helping the lower back. There we go. Okay. Less leaning back. But I am comfy as hell right now. Hope you all are comfy too. That's wonderful news. Thank you both for speaking on our behalf. Okay, you found an app for Android that you can feed a video and it transcribes it completely. It shows it in Japanese, hiragana, romaji, and English. That's really cool. You can ask it to analyze the sentence and it'll show you the meaning and grammatical construction. It's very useful to understand sentences from normal conversations instead of like synthetic dialogue lessons. Yeah, like, I always remember the French ones that are like, chapitre étape, you know. Oh, no, so it'd be like, deuxième étape, chapitre 2. Ahmed and Cassandra are heading to the market where they meet up with Letitia. Letitia asks if they want anything from the menu. Listen in as they talk about the foods from the French restaurant, you know. My pencil is yellow, but I loved those things back in the day. I loved them so much. I bet the kids have like QR codes they scan out with their phones with that thing. You like nubby middle fingers? Watch, that's what gets me canceled. Yeah. Assures me. I think showing like middle fingers is bad on YouTube, so I'm just like, whoa, this, you know. You know what? I think I've been letting my brother sit in this chair too much, because like I never like it going all the way back, Manny, but this is so much nicer, I have to say, sitting upright. Late answer to my question about the patch content. 1, the music slaps. 2, it has a character that most people seem to be lukewarm about, but it's become a personal favorite. You gotta point them out to you, Snake. To me, sorry.
Yes, well, as I'm sure you're aware, the version was not extended lightly. Forbidden knowledge is to be treated with utmost caution, and there will be repercussions if it's not. I wish you well in your endeavor, and I bid you a good day.
Okay, bye. I don't hate him anymore, but his voice is hard to do because it's a deep man voice.
Ever the same, that one?
Uncompromising, aye, but that very stoicism is exactly what Charlayan needs to guide it through not 1, but 2 exoduses. Smiley face. Thank you for Chanel. Alright, yeah, Shola. Back to this micro mini skirt that's barely keeping my butt crack not visible to the major public. This is great. Now, what is this about your pants? What is this sentence? I wish I could read Spanish so bad, Manny. Can you translate that for me? I would love to learn the sentence in Spanish. I would love to learn Spanish point blank, honestly.
That went rather well, I think. As a child, I dreamt up any number of schemes for getting my hands on those forbidden tomes, and now I can simply walk through the door.
I love that as a kid, she's like, yeah, I can't wait to eventually crack into this library. Like, girl, that's silly. What is this about? It's about pantalones, which I know is pants, but is this about the bath? Can I go to the bathroom? I'm pooping in my pants here. So that's what you learned Spanish for, apparently. I'm not going to say it out loud now that I know it has a cuss in it. Can you do it without... Okay, hold on. The puedes ir al baño, me estoy pooping mis pantalones. I'll say that so it's not the cuss. That's a good question to ask, honestly. Where is the bathroom? What's good to eat? I'm sorry and thank you. And do you speak English? All very good phrases to learn if you're an English speaker in any place. They did a great job with the hair. Thank you. You know, I always get it a little bit shorter and then I just let it grow in, you know.
Our focus will be finding House Damia's research notes, of course, but the thought of so much knowledge at my disposal has me feeling a little bit giddy.
Is it actually a cuss when you're describing the action? Well, I wasn't sure if it was like, if it was a cuss or if it, because Manny used it as a cuss. So I don't know if it's truly a cuss or if it's just the word for pooping. Oh, Monteshane, take me away, buddy. Monteshane is waiting to offer you further instructions.
You'll be heading directly to the archives from here, I presume?
You presume correctly, says Yashola.
Then you'll want to speak with the index page when you arrive.
So funny. A page of the index. Instead of like an actual literal piece of paper, it's like an understudy, basically.
It's been instructed to grant you access to the restricted section.
Excellent. Once again, we all thank you for your help.
Oh, it was my pleasure, believe me. May you find the knowledge you seek.
Shall we? Okay. I'm still hanging out with Miss Yashola today. Hell yeah. Alright. Fresh-faced student. That's the quest for Kitty Cat Grandpa, right? I think so. Well, off to the library. I guess we shouldn't teleport? I should like walk over. Maybe they have like stuff to talk about along the way. Haul ass, Yashola. Let's go. Wiggle that tail, girl. Actually, no. Oh, I do see a conversation point nearby. Okay. It's not a cuss in Spain, Cuba, Dominican Republic, and Argentina. But it is a cuss maybe here, do you think? If somebody heard, if perhaps the YouTube crawl bots heard me, they'd be like, oh, demonetized. I think I have to wait for 9 p.m. for me to cuss. In Spanish or otherwise. Darn it, I missed the gate. This is a comfy tune, isn't it? I could hear this as being like the tune somebody puts as their like house music. Not house music as in like the art form pioneered by black artists in like Chicago, but like house music as in the music you put in your house in this video game. Hey, I heard that also World of Warcraft is getting houses, right? Something like that. Aren't they getting housing in there? To Numenon. Let's discuss Numenon.
To think the set of instructions I laughingly imagined may actually exist, but yet yalms away from where you found me napping. If I had known of Al-Zadal III's exploits sooner, we could have saved myself days of research. Even a children's book might have pointed me in the right direction. To achieve the impossible, one must needs be flexible of mind and look beyond conventional wisdom. A lesson I had already learned, but clearly not taken to heart.
Oh, interesting. course, now you are looking up. It seems in English it is merely vulgar if you use to describe pooping to describe the action. It's not actually cussing. This is true, but I use cuss in the larger terms of like, if you said it in your first grade classroom, would you get in trouble? Or would they have to call your parents and be like, so she said cowboy gravy, and everybody laughed, and that's not a swear word, but it is challenging. Charlene Tune always gives you Final Fantasy 15 vibes with the acoustic guitar, yeah. And I love that they're kind of use the acoustic guitar as percussion. It's not like you said... Okay, now you're mentioning Mama's in here, so... Where is the place where I can poop? I see that, the last word, and I know what that is. Because it's like the French version of it, so... Hello, index page.
Archon Yashola and guest identified. Do you wish to proceed into the restricted archives?
You know what? I think it's very good to push the limits of language. That's what language is for. Challenging. When you went to school, you don't think the teachers cared. But then, again, you are Dutch. And the Dutch are famous for cursing. Yeah, well... Here in America, sometimes they can be a bit more puritanical.
Follow me if you would. Watch your snap. And please note that the use of naked flames is discouraged.
Going for it with his voice. If you're going to capitalize every other letter, I'm going to give you something weird. Love that they were arranged according to height. So good. Wow, this looks exactly like so many of the rooms you've been in. Why does it have its own theme song? Is this the music that plays in Yashol's head when she goes into a library? Great,
Faustinia's notes are to be found anywhere. It will be here. Let us begin.
This is it? I thought it was going to be like when you go to the stacks. And it's just like grad students in the carols. And there's like all the books, dude. When I went to grad school, I swear to God, there was more books than I could have ever imagined. I think I had only been... I don't even know if I had been to, like, my undergrad library that much. But as a grad student, I was, like, in sub-levels of the library, where they keep, like, really esoteric crap. Oh, it's a remix of the Google Library theme with extra jazzification, of course. Weird bookcases in the center, right? Kind of inefficient. No gay sex and no cussing, yeah. Exactly, Smee. Certainly, probably not in school. This is voiced, so I am blessed. Damn, I wonder if my back's been bad just because my chair has not been set up properly. I'm stretching my spine out poorly. Alright, let's start off with an untitled journal. I'm pretty sure that's closer to the ground, but maybe I'll just shove my fist in here, I guess. Today, in a world not my own, I met the most beautiful void-born creature. She was so unlike her ravenous brethren, eyes blazing. Listen, I played this game. This is Sucker for Love. You can't get me twice. Eyes blazing out with hunger, but trembling like a candle's flame, threatening to flicker out at any moment. I wonder if she is even the proper word. Such distinction seems inconsequential. Insignificant even. Oh, gender. All that matters is the love I feel for this exquisite transcendent being. Though you're tempted to read more, this does not seem to be a volume of which you're seeking. It's just someone who's really horned up for some void sent creature. Esoteric book stuff? Oh, just like stuff that's... I'm trying to think of a good, like, aside from describing everything that I was reading, they just had everything. First off, though, saying, Lurky, thank you so much for gifting out those 5 gift subs to Sloppy Joe, Michigan, Ringek26, Nominate K12, Zoe Monroe, and Luke Garo. Thank you, Lurky. All this generosity, I really appreciate it, and you let me know how I can celebrate all those gift subs. Aside from being like, wow, you know. But esoteric book stuff, it was like all the volumes of like scholarly essays printed about, you know, Victorian periodicals. Stuff that people usually aren't checking out at the library, you know. Essays and essays and books and scans of stuff. Microfiches and films. Things like that. Stuff that's not like, I don't know, the Twilight series or whatever. Whatever's in the library. Can I make my eye sheet sparkles? I hit this button, but it doesn't work over here. Hold on. I'll show you for a second. Ready? Oh my god. Wow. Okay, back to this. Just use it for stuff you guys need. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Lurky. I promise you I will. I promise you I will. In the meantime, I guess we're gonna keep reading stuff here. But what about like one card from the ocean, Lurky? I wasn't looking for occult stuff, but it could have been occult stuff. But for you, Lurky, that may be in lieu of the December tip. No worries. I mean, I very much appreciate it anyway. It says, you have become complacent, Lurky. You may be stalling or in need of a new surge of energy. Become aware of the dynamics in your life. You need a big push from a galactic whale to get you jump-started. Interesting. The jump scare face from A Sucker for Love might be a reference to an old Japanese visual novel from the early 2000s. Interesting. Very interesting. You feel like you need that push, Lurky? I hope that some cosmic force is able to lift you up and you're like, this is what I should be doing. Boom, I got it. I got my butt in order and I'm gonna get it out there. Get my butt out there. Something like that. Put all my family presents on the throne. Oh, that would be very sweet to me. I'll think about doing something like that. Well, when I put Stella's presents up on throne, there was the first things to go last year. I put all kinds of stuff up there, and it was just like a cake for dogs. Let's go, you know. And also Stella's ginormous dog bed, her really absurdly large dog bed. That dog bed is the size of a human bed. It's ridiculous. When you cussed when you were younger, you had to put a bar of soap in your mouth. I'm so grateful my parents never made me do that because that would be so gross. In the year of 1564, the 6th astral era, the Amalsha summoned Ifrit, their patron god. Accounts describe it being as a gigantic lizard-like being with a potent command of fire aspect magics. If we consider that primal summoning is an act fueled by faith and prayer, it is unsurprising, if not expected, that the resulting deiform entity should manifest the appearance and powers which is attributed by its worshippers. What then might emerge from the aether should one who believes in an almighty omniscience attempt the same ritual? Will the scholar himself grace us with his presence? Some other embodiment of the divine sagacity? Could this man-made god truly be all-knowing? And if it were, whence would such knowledge arise? I myself have many questions concerning the nature of the ancient world. With no spell to transport me back to the days of old, could I instead summon a being possessed of encyclopedic wisdom of every age, yet with no means to verify its pronouncements? Oh, no, y'all are just inventing AI. Don't do that. Don't invent some sort of language learning AI or whatever the hell you're doing right now. Yet with no means of, it's like, yes, the nature of being. You'll need 1 cup of flour, 2 eggs, 2 water, 2 screwdrivers, 2 monitors, and then you can make a bomb. Did I answer your question? Yet with no means to verify its pronouncements, how could one be certain they were true? You bought Stella treats from the throne wish list of the year, but you forgot to link your Twitch account. Gotcha. Thank you for doing that, Manny. She really appreciates those duck jerkies. You did that too? Your dad made you do that and your grandma too? The soap in the mouth? Ugh. I seen that in like, a Christmas Story. I think he has to put soap in his mouth. It's like, oh, that's not right. Did that stop you from cussing? You tasted soap once and you don't even remember what you did, but never again. Were you like just curious about it, or do you think you're being punished somehow? Or you're like, damn, this stuff smells so good. I wonder if it tastes good. Though your mind spins the possibilities discussed therein, this does not seem to be a volume you're seeking. Okay. A leather-bound log. Yeah, exactly, Mash. That's just essentially it boils down to that, child abuse. The following pages detail an advanced method for manipulating rift-spanning apertures as devised by Nuhashan, the 9th patriarch of House Dumir. We found it, but I wonder if I'm missing out on other cool journals across the way. Oh, let's get a little look at my incredible eye makeup today. I think I did my eyes a little bit like a creature today. I try to do like kind of a brown smoky situation. We present these research notes to the faculty of Charlane's Studium as both a token of our friendship and expression of our boundless adoration. And then they lock that stuff up. How's it going, KB Garcia? Good to see y'all. You don't remember anything of the taste? And you don't remember anything but the taste, and it may have involved your little Polish grandma. Oh no. So I guess you're trying to set you right? Not watching any college football tonight. I'm not much of a football person myself. I have yet to really understand the event of football. I understand its impact. But when I am watching football and I am trying to learn what is happening, I am often set back. So, oh, got some new Costco socks. Love that. I almost spoonerized Costco and socks, and that would have been disastrous. Anyway, you appear to have found the Forbidden Volume music. Yes, she'll will need to make the final confirmation. Little Half-Dead, welcome back to you. Thank you for the 77 months. You had to be taught how to understand my kind of football. You said really don't understand it still. I like watching Ocadrian play the college football stuff. But yeah, I'm not really... I need to understand it better, I think. Looking cool. Thank you, Little Half-Dead. Yeah, what's better than new socks? I actually had to borrow some socks today from my mom. So all I had left was a pair of gray socks. And they were not cutting the mustard, let me tell you. They were sliding right off my feet. Oh, were you able to do the reading earlier? You know what? I can't actually get to my tarot deck today, but can I give you some Whispers of the Ocean? Little Half-Dead, would you be interested in some Whispers of the Ocean as well? I love Costco. I want to go again soon. I want some merch from Costco too. Is that like too much? It's probably weird getting merch at the store, but I think I want it in an ironic sense. You really shouldn't be using socks to cut mustard. Well, says you. But I love the flavor. This is not true. This is an idiomatic speech. Okay, sounds good, Little Half-Dead. Let me see what the Whispers of the Ocean would say to you today. Ooh, it's time for you to take note. Like these two dancing seals. Nasha. Mustard! I am very slowly listening to Kendrick's output, and the only thing I know from later down the track list is Mustard. That's all I know. I'm about 1.5 songs in. Your answers are being given to you, Little Half-Dead. Quieting external voices and excessive noise will give you the chance to hear what is being offered. How about that? It's time to take notes. Silence those other, those voices in your head and just be like, you know what? Everybody else that's telling me this and that, let me tune in to what I want to do and let me pursue that. See, is this the crew neck? This one is so funny because it literally looks like you're just a product of Costco. But you know what's the thing? I would never be able to wear that sweatshirt to Costco because people would think, even though I'm not wearing the vest, that I'm an employee. I was wearing my striped shirt and my brown pants the other day. And somebody came up to me and asked me if I was an employee there. I'm like, at Target. At Target. Target, they wear red. I don't think there was a single stripe of red in that shirt. This woman was like, do you work here? And I thought she was saying, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm just looking at some socks or whatever. And she said, no, do you work here? And I'm like, no. I'm not sure what would make you think I do. I'm just looking at socks, ma'am. But I told her to have a nice day. Now, just a game hero, you have got distinctive potential. Distinctive potential, like the narwhal. My camera's trying to run away from me. Yep, don't wear... It might have just been the khakis. I was wearing brown pants. Maybe it was the brown pants. Yeah, don't wear a blue shirt to Apple or Best Buy. I think Walmart, they wear blue there too. Rely upon your faith and the knowledge that nothing is impossible, just a game hero. Use your determination to hang in there until you realize your goal. There you go. Stay determined, just a game hero. Yeah, no red at Target. Otherwise, people will ask. You know what? I think I want more than official Costco merch. Maybe some merch. I've seen stuff that's like dungeon meshy. I don't watch that anime, but I've seen some dungeon meshy merch that is in the Costco font, and I think that's very funny. Let's give Yeshua this cool book. Yeshua, check this absolutely totally out. Have you something you'd like to show me? My apologies, I flipped open but a single book and I was absorbed by its contents. Girl, that's why you passed out here. Forbidden research log detailing an advanced method for manipulating rift-spanning apertures as devised by Nuhashan, the 9th patriarch of House of Daymir. Well done, Kriya. I think you may have found our prize. I did it. Please be voiced. Please be voiced. Please be voiced. Just a special moment with the Yeshua. Don't blow the dust off. You'll aerate it.
The ether signature is unmistakable. I've felt the traces of House Daymir's resonance many times at the great work.
Very cool. She can see the aura of this book. That's awesome.
Time to see what all the fuss was about.
I would assume the fuss is about forbidden techniques to open up a rift to the void. That sounds about right.
Definitely sounds like it probably should have been forbidden at some point. Look at that cool motif on there, though. That's pretty radical. Love that. Okay, let me see this. Is this a painted shirt? I enjoy long walks through Costco. Something like that, yeah.
There exist entities with the power to call forth their brethren from beyond.
Whoa!
The species known as Atomos, however, is uniquely prodigious in this regard.
Damn, dude, what the hell is that? What the... And why is there the Vesuvian man, or whatever his name is? Why is he at the bottom? Oh, just for scale, perhaps? Okay. This thing's scary as hell. I do not want to fight it. Ooh, he is creepy. I would love something similar to that, but less in like Comic Sans, you know, Manny? I guess from an ironic standpoint, it is very funny.
From its distended maw, it can expel an endless procession of void-born creatures. A talent which sorely tested the Radiant host in its battles against these abominations.
This one hurts a little bit to see, honestly. I'm not into it. I don't know about that. I don't think I should wear this. It feels strange. You know, being an East Coaster, being me, it feels like I shouldn't lay claim to being straight out of anywhere. You know? I'm really straight out of nowhere, personally. And no one should say distended maw. You know how to distend a maw? That mummy from the Mummy. Very distended. Very maw-like. I have a distended maw every like 15 minutes when I yawn.
As a void gate, we endeavored to capture a small specimen and subsequently examine its physiological structure. Our findings reveal that
this
the
a door
had
enemy?
absorbed a planar fissure into its own flesh, which it could expand at will into a functioning gate.
It ate the fissure. A new variant straight out of a loving home on X-Tree.
We identified an ethereal wave pattern emitted during this process. A pattern we were able to emulate by passing crystal-stored ether through a specially designed prism.
What? What, they had sound files and everything?
We proceeded to embed
Waveforms?
said prism into an arcane simulacrum, thus completing what we have dubbed our artificial atomos.
Sorry that the thing just zoomed out. I guess I was clutching my fist a little too close. That is wild. So it is a crystal. It boils down to that. They found a weird creature whose mouth acts as a gate, and then they made a crystal like the gate monster.
How could I have been so blind to the possibilities? This species, not to mention its ability to summon void scent, has been discussed among academics for years now.
Maybe a seismogram. Possibly, yeah. That makes a lot more sense, Alice.
Just before the advent of the 7th Umbral Calamity, we received reports of Atomos sightings from every corner of Eorzea. Surely you've at least heard the tales.
Definitely I heard the tales and remember the tales, and there were tales there. You hear her boogery voice? Yeah. This is the last one.
And still, House Damir went and built a mock Atomos of their very
This
own.
is a good
I'm
hat.
surprised the Archons consigned their work to a restricted archive.
And now she couldn't. The girl in this first picture could not be wearing this hat. She is wearing a white baseball cap, but her comments is, these hats are so well made and they ship so quickly. I get compliments everywhere we go. And the hat that Manny linked me to says Glizzy Gobbler in the Costco font with a small hot dog printed below it. So is this girl wearing the Glizzy Gobbler hat? And everyone's like, yes, girl. Go, girl. Love this hat. So good. So fierce. There's no way. There's no way. I think she's wearing that Glizzy Gobbler. Yeah. Oh my god. Where'd you get the hat? I too am a Glizzy Gobbler. Stop judging her. No, I just want her to pan up. She showed just the brim of the hat and not the logo. So I really don't know which hat she got. But is it the Glizzy Gobbler? That sounds like a monster that visits you on Thanksgiving. And slaps a turkey right out of your hand and then jumps in your mouth, and it's also a hot dog. You know? Oh no, the Glizzy Gobbler's here. It's gonna destroy Thanksgiving with hot dogs from Costco at a very reasonable price. That's Lizzie Glizzy. She makes money doing hat reviews. I bet. She just like lifts her head up like that so you can't see the logo. And then she's just like, yep, bought another white hat today.
It was no easy task, but at last we've unearthed the volume we've been searching for.
Where does the turn? Never mind. I don't need to know. I shouldn't ask because I don't need to know. Some things are better not know.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't tempted to stay longer. See what other forbidden titles might be lurking on these shelves.
No, I was gonna say, where does this term Glizzy come from? But I don't think it's for me to know, honestly. It's probably not for me to know. I don't think it's. If she's blind after coming back, how is she reading? Good question. I actually don't know. Maybe she's like functionally blind, but she gets really close, she can see. I know some folks who are like technically blind that if they put the stuff up this close, they can see it. It's gonna destroy Thanksgiving by being better than Thanksgiving. Oh no, what will I do? Why are we not making a commercial for Costco right now? Costco would sell so many freaking more hot dogs if they were like, reject the turkey and come eat our hot dogs. Gobble these. I don't even want to say it now because I'm shying away from it. It's not as bad as you think. Okay. Why is a hot dog called a glizzy? The origin of term used at the Nathan's hot dog eating contest. Okay. Elizabeth Salgado took the stage for her Nathan's famous... This is when people eat a lot of hot dogs at once. When does this happen, by the way? Is this like... Can't remember when these usually occur. She had an epic nickname, Lizzie. Glizzy Lizzie, of course. Much like the Frankfurter, Wiener, Frank, Link, and Footlong, glizzy is just another word for hot dog. It isn't as aged as some of those terms. It gained popularity in the 2020s. It was widely used in Washington, D.C. before that. Oh, it is a slang for a Glock handgun. Okay. The evolution of the word to include hot dog comes from the extended magazine of the pistol, which is about the length of a hot dog. Okay. I'm glad it's not sexual. I thought it was a sex thing. I just spat everywhere too. Great. And they say culture is dead, I think is what you meant. Yeah. But culture isn't, because we're still coming up with new words. Gotta message them and be like, I will sponsor you for a Glizzy Gobbler hat. Yeah, I should message Costco. I think they would take me on for sure.
Ah, but that would be abusing the very special privilege we've been granted now, wouldn't it? Better not.
Yeah, I did think butter dog was sexual because there was a term of butter dog that I think was sexual that I hope I don't have to talk about. But a dog with butter on its head is way better, dude. And I'm glad that the dog with butter on its head exists, honestly, to balance out the energies of the universe. Eorzea? Now we're adding it? Okay. And you know, I thought it was in Manhattan. Eat the Costco Glizzy Gobbler, a turkey-shaped edifice made completely from Costco hot dogs. That would be really cool. I think it would be... So, $21.50. Do they usually price their hot dogs at $1.50? Because a lot of stuff you buy from the shelves at Costco is like $19.99. They'll do a $99. You know. Butter dog is a dog with a butter, yes. I only learned about that recently. Was so glad to hear that that's what the butter dog was. As much as I would love to start crafting the Tomos, I'm afraid this is far outside my field of expertise. Fortunately, we know a Hanish alchemist who would be delighted to involve herself in our House of Daimyo project. The dogs are $1.50, okay. I don't really frequent the Costco food court that much. Usually by the time we're done shopping, I just want to go home. Like, I don't want to sit down for a second longer at Costco. I'm just like, ugh. Let's go home and take all of our food that's slowly melting home, you know. Our business here is concluded for the moment. Please pass on regards to the forum. Your message will be conveyed. Should you wish to indulge in more from your dear. I will be here, patron mode disabled, security mode engaged. If anyone could help us, Nidhana can. I say we return to Thavnir and look for her at the great work. Sure. I'm so glad we could see more Nidhana. I love her. We just teleport to that there great work. Hell yeah. My mom has had one of those dogs, and I swear to God, those Costco dogs are huge. I could not gobble a dog that big. This looks like a big old coconut. This thing right here. Coconut with a crown on it, like from Zork. Those hot dogs are huge, dude. They're way too big. I don't think I'd have to like eat half and take the other half home. But I've been meaning to try their little they got like that extruded ice cream stuff that I forget the name of it. What is it? Like soft ice cream? What do they got? Soft serve. There you go. You take advantage and you get a $10 pizza for them and it lasts like 3 days. Do they let you take away the big pizza? It takes 3 days for you to finish? That's awesome. That's a good bargain. How much is that usually, Manny? Yes, surely tells me you're pursuing a most fascinating study and that you want me to be a part of it. Ice cream extrusions, yeah. I have no doubt you'll be interested. This research log should speak for itself. I don't know why I became Sean Connery. $10. Is it like a hot pizza that you take home, or is it a takeaway, like a take and bake kind of guy? With it now. By the sisters, this is a mark of the House of Daimyo. I've never even known such a work existed. She has actually an Indian accent, and I can't do that, so I apologize. Feel should. It's sequestered in Numenon's restricted archives, after all. It was, but that means every word in this is forbidden knowledge. 9 p.m. is approaching right, but only 30 minutes away. It's a fresh, hot-ass pizza made in 7 minutes. That's amazing. And it's $10, and you get to have hot... $10?! I mean, you can't beat that for a huge hot pizza. I do like getting the Aldi's, like, takeaway pizza, which is, like, $7, but that's a cold pizza. You gotta make hot yourself, you know. And you put it right into my unsuspecting hand? I can hardly wait to read. I knew she'd be down for it. You have so many unserved pizzas at the shelter, you always end up taking some amount by the end of your work week. Is it at least like I would imagine like most folks like pizza, Smee. But a lot of folks might be lactose intolerant. So is that usually like the issue? Do people avoid the pizza at the shelter? The Aldi's Take and Bake's pretty good. The last one we got was kind of dry, though, I have to say. I was a little surprised.
To think the Daimir were developing such marvelous techniques so long ago. How many innovations have been lost over the centuries, I wonder. Now that you've glanced over the notes, what say you to helping us build a new Markotomos? I say yes, 1,000 times yes. Work on a Daimir project that even the redoubtable scholars of Charlene had them trembling in their sandals. No alchemist of the Great Work could resist. You are a woman after my own heart. Okay, you just always have the pizza and chicken and folks are burnt out on it. I getcha, yeah. True. If it's the one thing you're serving up, folks are like, can I get some broccoli? Yeah. But you do serve lactose-free milk. Very cool. Very nice. Honestly, I find that lactose-free milk is a little sweeter than regular milk. Must be the way that the sugar is like processed by the enzymes for you. Oh, I suppose I should ask, what do you mean to do with this big mouth simulacrum once we've built it? I'm gonna jump into there. So, there's a secret void gate. It's sealed in the ruins at the bottom of the bounty. Today is a day of revelations indeed. Of revelations. I'm sorry, I can't read anymore, y'all. If the purpose of our man-made Atomos is to expand this hidden portal, I would need to see it for myself, I think. Manipulating rift spanning apertures is not the sort of thing you'd want to attempt without first taking into account every single factor. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, lactose is a sugar. So, is the fact that the enzyme produces it make it sweeter? People say that, but you haven't experienced it yourself. It must be true because you've heard it enough times at this point, yeah. I know, Manny. I'm turning into a pumpkin as we speak. I'm getting pumpkinified second by second. Then by all means, accompany us to the vault. I plan to lead us back there shortly, once we've finished gathering the components I require. That dude looks like a chocobo. Oh, he's the chocobo guy. I forgot. You drink lactate at home. How about that, Smee? Does it help you get your, like, protein stuff going? Welcome back, Snake. Good to have you here. Charlane's markets provided the raw aquamarine and pure water crystals, but I may need help attaining a small quantity of astrally infused water. For such liquid, you need not go further than Font of Maya. The ascetics once favored the place for their meditations, and the water which pools there now is known to enliven the flow of aether. There you go. That's a good idea, Smee. You know what? I recently got myself a big old container of sugar-free, not vanilla Greek yogurt. And quickly realized why most things are either have sugar or vanilla in them. Because that stuff does not taste great. Yeah, not vanilla. It's plain yogurt, not flavored or seasoned in any manner. And I was like, maybe if I put some frozen blueberries and some nuts in this, I would like it. No. Maybe letting the blueberries defrost first would help. Because I was like, oh man, crunchy chewy ice crystals in my yogurt that tastes like throw up with some nuts in it. It was very trout flavored, yeah. Yeah, I was thinking since my like sugar levels were high and my cholesterol levels are high, I was like, if I'm gonna test as pre-diabetic, I better get on having a protein thing that isn't gonna raise my cholesterol that much. It was like nuts and barf, dude, which is almost as bad as nuts and gum, almost. So I was thinking of like, should I put sugar in it? No. Should I put honey on it? Isn't that defeating the points of it? I'm hoping the blueberries, if I like make this tonight, is my big to-do on Sunday. Woohoo! I'm gonna make overnight Greek yogurt with a handful of blueberries in it. I hope to God the blueberries like leach out some of their deliciousness. So it's not about avoiding sugar entirely. It's just like balancing it, right? That is impossible for sure. It's just trying not to like spike it is what I'm thinking about, because sugar makes me so tired. You're ordering a pizza? What's this about barf yogurt? I'm trying to eat plain, unflavored, unsugared Greek yogurt. That's what I was thinking. The protein... Oh, really? It smooths out the spikes. Granola crumbles would be nice. My brother eats... I watch a lady who goes to Costco to buy things, because this is how interesting my life is right now. And I will watch her videos multiple times just to have something on in the background. What is wrong with me? I don't know. But she was talking about a new granola that's at Costco that's
pretty low sugar. My brother has been eating Kind grains. Like, you know, the Kind bars that have the almonds in them? They make, like, granola clusters and stuff, which are relatively expensive. And my brother's always looking for granola stuff that doesn't have a bunch of sugar in it. So I think granola will be fun. I can also mush up some blueberry. No. Sorry, that's exactly what you're saying, Manny. Mush up the blueberries and mix a slurry into the Greek yogurt. Not a bad idea. I can do that, and I also can slice some freaking bananas on there, right? I used to do that all the time, Lurky. I would leave the infomercials on to zone out, and then you'd get the one that's like, how can I ba-do these 50 greatest R&B songs, and it's just like, you know, you wake up in the middle of the night to, it's Celine Dion's greatest hits, like, Jesus, so loud. Celine, turn it down. I'm trying to sleep over here. Oh yeah, how am I supposed to live without you? You know, blasting through on the TV waves. Worst case scenario, if it's not pre-diabetes, it's just a plain old healthy diet. Exactly. Yeah. You got a blender, there's that too. Yeah, I just want to make a big mess. The thing is, I've been looking for something quick and easy. Oatmeal's pretty okay, but I'm hungry after an hour, you know. And eggs are good, but my cholesterol is pretty high, it seems. So I was thinking like yogurt could be good because that's high protein. And if I have the nuts in there, that's more protein. And then if I pumpkin queen, are you all laughing at my bad renditions of infomercial music when they used to sell you CD sets? Remember they were trying to sell like a set of like Shirley Temple's greatest flicks. And then you hear the like, animal crackers in my soup, blah 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 blah, and it's like, well, you got animal crackers in your soup, girl. That's nuts. That's out of control. Those are sugary things. They don't belong in a soup. Sam is good, but I'm talking breakfast snake. Breakfast is my big hump. I gotta like get that going so I can actually work. You know. You're a fan of the keto diabetes friendly Greek yogurt branded Ratio by General Mills. Interesting, Signy. Okay, Ratio. I think my mom tried that. Yeah, my doc says I can't do fish oil for the next 2 weeks because it also has like some blood thinning properties. So while I heal, yeah. You speak like you would not absolutely eat salmon for breakfast. I think it might be challenging to make and have my folks watch me eat. Don't worry about this fish. I had to stop before the surgery. It actually said it in my papers, and I forgot to stop taking it before the surgery. So, while I'm healing up. I used to work at a warehouse that you had to go into at like 4:30 a.m. You had an alarm on your clock, and like clockwork, the ad that would play was Girls Gone Wild. That takes me way back. There would be like summer break, or like spring break stuff. No worries, you're good, Smee. It's all good. But yeah, I should get back on that cholesterol. But my cholesterol was still high before the surgery. This blood panel was done several days before the surgery, so I guess I gotta have more fish oil. Anyway, I do like celery. Oh, I wish I could do peanut butter lurkey. I can't. Peanut butter goofs up my tummy. Something fierce. I don't know why. The yawn is not to my story. Thank you for that, Jessica Game here. It's just because I'm yawning. Yeah. So I'm going to try the Greek yogurt again tomorrow, but I will mush up the blueberries. And I might add some sliced banana. Might get a little crazy at the sliced banana, and then also the nuts. Why not? I think I was adding like salted nuts, so that probably wasn't the way to go. Maybe some just like unsalted pecans or walnuts would be good. Because let me tell you, peanuts and yogurt is a weird combo. Alright, that sounds perfect. If you'd be so kind as to fill a flask at the pool, I'll petition Vitra to join us. The idea I have in mind won't amount to much without his authority to command the Void Gate. Shall we be about it, then? We'll meet back here anon. Y'all ever use anon in your day-to-day life? I feel like that'd be a fun one. Like, I'll see you anon. I'll be back after breakfast anon. Something like that. I feel like that'd be a fun one to pull out on your friends and family. Never. You can get some real Yuri on J stuff going on, though, if you did it. I would love unsalted pistachios. That sounds good. Oh, hey, how about that, Lurky? I feel like that's very you, very lurking anonymously. And of course it's a Selena emote. She's got genius emotes, I tell you. You would zone out just listening to yourself say Anon. There's a character in Pokemon Scarlet that talks just like Urianger, and I'm like, I just can't stop thinking of it as Urianger Jr. He's a part of a team of folks who got picked on because they were nerds, so they decided to band up against the bullies. And I'm like, I know, I don't even need to know anything else about you, buddy. I know exactly why you got bullied. Like, it's potentially because he likes making costumes, but it's definitely because he's talking like Urianger. You know? Not the Hanneman Lemur. I don't even have my thing out. I don't even have, like, stuff to hurt monsters to. You cannot read anything Urianger says in this game, really. It just hits the wall. Can you not take him seriously as a character? Is that, like, a major stopping point for you, is when he talks about anything? You're just like, oh, God, not this guy. Oh, Nona sounds good. So you could be talking about your Nona, your little grandma. Astrally dense pockets. Okay. You think a wild ass name like Urianger can't jump the French? To be fair, it's also Urianger. I'm just saying it completely wrong for sure. You can't read half the dialogue in this game. This stream must be such a benefit to you then, Mash. Seeing as I read it all out loud myself. When you watch other people play this game on Twitch, did they ever not read the dialogue? Because I was like, imagine how freeing that is to read it in your head and not out loud. Imagine. These texts would go flick by like that. Hardly any time at all, just... Think you're weird? You can actually understand Urianger better than most people speaking modern English. At least when he's voiced. Okay. I think it's because he really takes his time talking. You watch one guy who reads so fast he doesn't even bother to read it out. Yeah. But he's like super absorbed in the story, right? Because I read way faster than I can speak out loud, you know. Do you have that flask for me? Here's your flask. It really saved time and my throat, honestly. But I'm glad you learned so much watching streamers stream this. I wonder what dark things I have taught you by reading stuff. Also, I sneak in plenty of crap into this game that they don't say, so. He's a big crier. Aw, I'm glad he's really enjoying it. I was getting teary-eyed at Pokemon. I was mad about it. I was like, damn it, this is so formulaic. I can't believe I'm tearing up to this, but it was. This should suffice. Thank you, Kriam. Estinian, so good to have you here, my dear. He is perfect for this adventure because of the dragons. I know they brought him here because of this dragon business. Alright, yes, Chola. Hand it over. Ooh, the Void Theory. Think we'd have time. Is this like a little dungeon? That would be fun. Look who I came across. Stinian seemed to need a diversion, and we in turn have need of his lands. Right then. Now that our little party's assembled, let us make our way to the ruins. Will we have need of Matsuya's boat again? Not this time. Once I shall inform me of our decision or destination, I arrange for a vessel to be made ready at Akyali. Your Excellency is ever the gracious host, shall we? Man, how long do you think eggnog lasts in the fridge? Because we got a nice big bottle of eggnog maybe about a week or two ago. The thing is, whenever I think about having eggnog, I'm like, oh, hell yeah, let me have some eggnog. And then I'm like, but it's a lot of sugar. So I've been kind of avoiding having it. And if I have it right before bed, I'm going to be up all night, you know? With my little sensitive nervous system. Oh, this is a you gotta walk there thing. Okay. 2 weeks as SME, maybe a month after opening it max. Okay. How do I... Oh, there we go. Okay. I'm flying. So Urianger always makes his point super clear. His speaking style strips away all the weird social stuff. That's true. Yeah. He's very, meaning oriented. True. I love flying on this pig. It's everything to me, honestly. I'm so glad I have this. I'm so glad I did all those quests. This game would be hollow without it. Alright, Veteran Radiant. Lay it on me, buddy. Yeah, give it the snip test, the tip of the tongue test, and if it passes that, the sip test. Yeah. You know when it feels like it's like a little stingy? Yeah. It looks like the last ad break the night's gonna run, but I'm actually gonna snooze it. You all have seen plenty of ads for the evening, and I'm gonna wrap up at 9 anyway, so I'm gonna do 15 minutes of skips. So give me that last skip. There we go. Okay. No ads for the next 15 minutes. Good to see you, Darcyist. Are you enjoying your piggy Saturday? Yo, the first Pokemon movie absolutely had a really sad scene. They made me cry so much when I was a little kid. This is a lot of this Veteran Radiant that we're getting today. My cat's just sort of eating his ankles, I think. Oh, it's a Piggy Sunday. That's right. I forgot about your time traveling stuff, Darcyist. I'm like the only one drinking this eggnog, and I put it straight back into that fridge. My dad sometimes, though, will leave, like, the half and half out on the counter for, like, hours. Speaking of Pokemon, Sony's at it again. They're trying to buy the studio that made Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Uh-oh. Does that mean they're going to buy it in Canets? And also FromSoft. Yeah, I did hear about them trying to buy it FromSoft. This is, can you tell I got plugs? Hey, I'm not going to hate on somebody who's doing something to make themselves feel a little bit better, you know? Wigs, plugs, all that stuff, that's great. You do you. That, to me, is gender-affirming surgery, so whatever this man's got to do to feel more like himself, it's fine. Katakawa do be owning some stuff, huh? Are they definitely going to pick up FromSoft? That's a big-ass acquisition. Now, is the Sony studio one to, like, close things down? The ship is yours to command. Thank you, Batman.
Our thanks. We shall set sail at once.
Oh, this is so exciting. Alzadal's legacy, to see the truth of the legend with my own eyes. All aboard for the treasure vaults. Let's go to Weaver's Sporting. You thought it was done? Like it's already done? Like they already did buy up FromSoft? What? Hell, I thought this was just sort of a rumor. The question still stands. Is this a company that buys studios and folds them, like Embracer?
But I never dreamed such a treasure lay hidden in the depths of the bounty.
Let me just turn her up a little bit.
It may have been helpful to know this device existed, Your Excellency.
I love her. She's telling it to him.
My apologies. The gate was a secret I shared with
Why do you
none
think
but
that she would
my
have ill
closest advisors.
intentions?
I feared for what might happen should those with ill intentions learn of its existence.
As if she would ever tell. Although she did get body snatched that one time and got put into a big old butthole wall. The Kanagawa Corporation has confirmed it has received a buyout offer from Sony, but insisted it has yet to make the decision on whether to sell up. Okay. A DC Final Fantasy crossover would be weird as hell, but also kind of cool because DC has so many obscure heroes with interesting lore, right? Now, what kind of game could that be? Like a Final Fantasy Tactics, but you're like a weird DC characters? They have the offer, but no decision is made as of the 20th. Okay. Good to know. Bloodborne did sell a ton of PlayStations for sure. You don't know they would shut it down. I thought PlayStation Studios folded though. Like the company that actually did make Bloodborne, like that did contribute to it. The one of the logos you see on it. Sony buying them makes a lot of sense because they already own Crunchyroll for anime. The game stuff makes sense to boost their brand as well. The main thing you fear is how they handle Katakawa's print arm. Tell me more about the print arm then. Are they printing stuff? You get the impression that it's a desperate move to cling to the concept of exclusive titles by trying to control logistics more so than buying and closing the studios. Okay. Thanks for reminding me to drink some water before the end of the night, Jessica Hero. Yes, this is true. Smee, attack this game would be great. Sony seems to be moving away from console exclusives. Yeah, right? That's what I was thinking, because, like, games that started off on... Sorry about my tummy. On the PlayStation, like the Final Fantasies and stuff, have eventually... or like the Horizon Forbidden stuff, God of War, have eventually come to PC after a few years. True. Katagawa puts out a butt ton of manga. Maybe that's why they also have Crunchyroll. They're trying to like get all that stuff, huh? I love Estinian's eyeshadow. Do you think he does that every morning? We have everything required. Crystal, other crystal, flask of water.
There's something I wish to verify. The NOAA reports claim that a short stint into the void carries little risk of etheric imbalance.
I feel so bad every time I hear her voice, where I'm like, oh man. I'm so sorry you had a nose cold at the worst time. But I'm also glad they weren't like, well, we'll have to replace her because she's a little bit sick, you know. Maybe it's a bargaining chip for when they have to negotiate with Microsoft subsidiaries, possibly.
Should one suffer an injury, however, or if one's expedition drags on longer than intended, that risk becomes significantly greater. Graha theorized that a warding scale would confer protection from the void's corrupting influence. But I would prefer to test that hypothesis before we set foot in the 13th ourselves.
That's a really good idea, Yashel, because we get in there and it doesn't help, yeah.
So, this is an experiment of sorts?
Yes, an experiment. Tell me, how would you go about testing the efficacy of the warding scale?
I'd throw it in there then on a fishing hook and then pull it back. And see if it comes out nasty. Might as well go myself. Maybe send a familiar. Say nothing to look meaningfully at Estinian. I lower my glasses and I'm like, come on, buddy. Maybe send a familiar in. What you own about Snake?
Very good. I see you've been paying attention.
Just chuck Estinian in there, right? You wonder if we could add Booger Angel for like, yeah, we can add it to BTTV, I suppose. You know. Nero, yeah, he has been in there before.
As Vritra sent his simulacrum, so too shall we rely on a familiar to bear the brunt of any
Tyro to him,
unpleasant
dangle him in there. Come on, Estinian. Try to fish out something. What's her familiar? It's like a little Fantasia brain.
Now, a lowly imp can navigate a fissure, no matter
An
how
imp?
narrow. Which means an arcane entity of similar stature should be able to manage the same.
I know that Alice's little familiar is like a little piggy named D'Angelo or something. But it might just be Angelo.
I hadn't wanted it to come to this, but no other familiars will do, I'm afraid.
What is your... Not a frog! Not a frog! Don't do a frog! Not the poor frogs. I'm so worried about this.
I mislike the sound of that. What manner of fiend does she mean to summon?
Oh my god. Are y'all the type to tell someone when they got a boogie hanging? Oh no. Now I have to look. Okay. Or some other oddity, or do you let the person find it themselves? No, I always tell people when they have boogies. You tell them in front of everyone. I tell folks for sure immediately. Especially if they have like, you know, if someone's bleeding and they don't know it, you gotta pull that person aside and be like, hey, tie this around your waist, you know. I wonder if it's gonna be a little frog. I don't want them to hurt a frog.
Ocean rise and cloudbank form, from mountain spring and rainfall storm, from river flow and life be born.
Are you transforming yourself? Is this a magical girl transformation?
Water, water, froth and fire!
She's having a lot of fun with that. Is it a little froggy boy? Her dress is amazing, isn't it?
Arms. I fear she's been possessed.
Wait, is she the
Is she the... now, that was adorable.
Is she the familiar? Oh my god. You know they made this stuff specifically so they could put a little marshmallow in your drink at the Final Fantasy XIV cafe. This is for sure a little thing that they put on top of your drink. This also makes it way clear that she also voiced Titania in the trial. Interesting. Disappointed. She's disappointed. Say it's exactly as you intended. No, don't hunch over.
Not my first choice. These familiars I conceived of as a child have the best chance of fitting through the gate.
Hey, did your dress get pockets, or where's her hand going?
I only wish my younger self had considered a more dignified ending to the creation ritual.
That was adorable, though.
In any case,
they look like ice cream
these two
Pokemon
should
for
serve as
sure.
well. This one will bear a warding scale.
And the other one's gonna come back evil as hell. Sort of put that in there.
And when they return from the 13th, we can observe how the talisman or absence
Is that one heavier because it has a scale in it?
Of the void's corruption.
It's like a vanillite. Yeah, good call.
If I could impose upon you to open the gate, Your Excellency?
Ah, yes.
He's like, what the hell did you just do? You do fight one in Matoya's relic dungeon?
While we conduct our
I
experiment.
had no idea.
Estinian, you are to keep Nadana safe from harm.
That's pretty cool.
As you say.
You
I'm
had best be
also,
on your guard as well.
I'm gonna keep Nadana safe from harm as well. It is a good, like a Squishmallow kind of deal, Ryan. Froth and foam, baby!
Oh, are you volunteering to join the Nixies? I could shrink you down, you know.
Please do, throw me in there. I just
Let
want to
us
rile
begin,
her up,
shall we?
honestly, always. Froth and foam! It's okay,
Nixies, into the void.
I demean myself every day on the show. Yeah, sure. These little Mickey Mouse ass marshmallows going, we're going to hell, goodbye! Alright, come back out, you little creeps. Let's see if it worked. This expansion made you love Yashola, right? Oh, we're gonna have to pick it up here next time, because I think if I do this, it's gonna play a sequence of cutscenes and I'll probably have to fight this thing, if I had to guess. So, we will wrap it up here for the evening, y'all. It is almost 9 o'clock indeed. So, I am gonna wrap it up. This is Yashola admitting to eating sweaty chicken tenders. Listen, I'm not embarrassed of that, okay? I'm not embarrassed. It's simply just a fact of life. Sometimes you leave your chicken tenders in the oven where they get really sweaty. Alright? That's just how life is. It's easier than putting them in the fridge where they'll get cold. But don't worry, I put them in the fridge so I don't have to reheat them anyway. I'm gonna double down on sweaty chicken tenders because there's nothing wrong with it. Oh, well, there's a little bit wrong with it. Don't do it at home because it could potentially give you food poisoning. But whatever. I'm gonna log out of this game, y'all, and we are going to go somewhere else for the evening. I had a lot of fun today, though.